And we're live from the Rez here with special guest, the man, the myth, just like Prince by one name, Mr. Mylo, and Mr. Joseph Durbin in the house. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good.
Did I mix you guys' names up? I probably did.
You didn't get Smith, but
Smith,
yeah,
Junior, and I didn't
make it seem like we're a married couple.
Yeah.
You
want to see Durbin.
Why do you got to go there? Why, you think he would be the man if we were?
Son, come on in.
Who's
your
the
uncle?
I don't know who the top or the bottom is. We're okay. I'm gonna stop there. I will say this though. I'm glad you guys are here. Sorry for being late. I was hauling butt here as fast as I can. You know I was going fast too because when you're hauling butt around the corners, you see all the trash from the back seat wind up at your foot.
Docking.
It's like I'm barely getting here. I walk in and these guys are sweaty sitting here.
It's not even a top or bottom.
Yeah.
Three-way scissor.
Don't worry about why we were sweating in this fucking abandoned building.
This old storage bin in the back. Just put the lotion on the skin and relax.
This is Ral's Mr. Gray room.
Oh my God.
Mr. Gray.
Yeah.
It's good to have you guys here. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Durbin here has been living out in the desert. He would find time to go to Phoenix, go out there and live in Phoenix in the heat in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
You know? Isn't that the opposite of what people do? The snowbirds? You're like a summer bird?
My whole life has just been backwards. So, I just, when I moved to North Dakota, it was the wintertime. Yeah, that was awesome.
That's right. You were out there in the winter.
I decided to move to Phoenix in the summer.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, that was awesome. And I do iron work. I do rebar. So, yeah, might as well just make it even worse of a situation than it already
It makes sense, like you go to Phoenix in the middle of summer and they're like, where are you from? Oh, San Diego. You go to North Dakota in the winter, where are you from? San Diego, best weather in the planet.
And he started his drug career backwards too. He started right at the top with crystal meth and worked his way down to cigarettes. Well, vapes now.
Yeah,
Can't even handle cigarettes.
My only vice.
This isn't real smoke.
You can't even, that's right. I can't even handle anything anymore. Yeah, that's synthetic tobacco.
In Lakota, we call him Iktomini. He does things backwards.
Backwards.
It shows you how not to be.
The spider.
So have they started praying with vape shit out there in Indian country? Is that a
virtual vape ceremony?
Water vapor is life.
I'm only going to give you this vape if you come and do that thing that you do at that ceremony that we did.
Someone's offering vaping material to the elder. What is this?
Yeah, this is sage scented.
Grandpa's giving it back. You didn't give me no batteries, but it doesn't work.
That's the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Give me the $200 one.
See how it's like all twined up, has the twine all wrapped? It'd be a vape.
The four colors and then the rainbow at the end to let them know you're from California.
Hudson Bay.
The Hudson Bay Pendleton vape.
The Pendleton vape.
Made in China.
Made in China.
All of those Pendletons that nowadays are getting kind of under fire. You're saying, well, a lot
Taiwan
of these, they're all made in Taiwan.
Yeah.
You go to the powwow and you buy the Pendleton. That used to be $200 for like $30.
I seen something like that online. I seen something like that online, and somebody was like, "Did you get that from? Was that indigenously sourced or whatever?" And I'm like, oh my God, we're arguing about Pendletons now. Like this is what 2020 has become.
Dude, 2020, I'm so glad there's only 2 months left, man. 2020 is just this crazy world that you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Like everything from the politics to what's going on with the virus to everything. Like you wouldn't be able. We're gonna look back in like 20 years and be able to tell this about it to our grandkids.
Yeah.
Dude, there was that 1 year. I don't even want to talk about it. It's kind of like that, family member you don't want to acknowledge. Like,
it's gonna be like those old buffalo robes. They tell the whole history of the years that gone by, but then when they geometrically do it, there's always that one messed up square.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just a gap.
Yeah.
It's just a gap.
It's gonna have a little stick man with a fly on the head representing pants. It's gonna have the buffalo with
the other day.
It's gonna have the buffalo with the pants on it, you know.
Yeah.
All the signs of the great year.
I don't care.
Like that'd be going down your snagging history list, you know, like your Carfax, like all the ones that you don't.
Your Carfax.
You get to that one, and you're like, nah, I didn't do that. That never happened. Let's just skip over that one.
So how's it been out there, Mr. Mylo, out in the Midwest with COVID and all that stuff? I'm glad you're able to make it in. You know, with all the just for all our viewers out there and listeners, I want to make sure everybody knows that, you know, we've been very responsible with all of our COVID precautions. We've all been tested, you know, and things like that, and checked temperatures, and everyone looked okay.
I just want to know mine.
He naturally looks like that anyway.
Yeah, he's not sick. He just looks like that.
Hey, why was mine like you tested him with the fucking gun to his forehead, but mine was a fucking thermometer.
Well, you're 40 years old, sir. That's how we test you now.
I shouldn't have to take my fucking pants off to be tested.
I touched my brain. It's like, oh.
Is that how you guys do it out here in Viejas? Fucking weirdos.
Well, you know, I travel around to ceremony, but I have my little bag.
Well, yeah, the master beater, you know, the master touch healer.
I was at a ceremony and I had my gourd and everything in my bag.
Oh my god!
And I have a little pocket there, you know, and used to put whatever in there, but it's been like my sanitizer pocket now. I pull it out and I start squirting it at everybody. Like, hey, you want some sanitizer, man?
You used to have a flask in it.
Hey, I can neither deny nor confirm. But yeah, no, now it's the running joke. Everyone's like, "What'd you used to have in that?" You know, someone's like, "You used to have some lube in there." Or what? I would have a lube
Depends
in my
on the ceremony.
Yeah. How holy are we?
Singing these songs for the people.
Whatever the people need, we must provide.
Whatever they ask for, I can do.
Yeah.
It's weird times though, because you know now I have my COVID beard. It's the most hair I've had on my face as a man, and it's kind of like gray. So people are like, "Wow, man, you're kind of old," you know. So now with it, when I show up, it's like you don't see people as much because of the, you know, there's not as many gatherings and powwows, things like that. So when I do see people, when I show up with a beard and it's gray and they look at me, I feel like talk about being holy. I feel like Moses walking in with my.
What do you say? Because I used to have a beard.
Let my people go.
He didn't have one. Oh. When I first seen him, I was like, you know, like what was it, like Thor? You know what I mean? In the event, I was like, oh,
Thor said
you
that.
copied my style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One. Yeah. Great comparison. Like,
they were calling me Thor. I thought you looked like Gandalf, but
they were calling me the Indian Momoa for a minute. I'm like, what? I don't even fucking look like that guy. I don't even like water.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Well, when it was all rezzed out for that 1 week.
When he's all rezzed out.
It's like in between.
Yeah.
He's been shooting.
If he was on meth, then maybe.
He's been shooting movies up in, they were shooting movies up and they're like by Morongo and out in the Kuya countries. So randomly on Facebook, you'll look through and you'll just see somebody all next to Jason Momoa. There's one day he went out there, Agua Caliente, and man, he was there like every tribal member of us got a picture with them. Yeah. And I was thinking, I wonder which one of those aunties took him home.
Yeah. Hey. He has a kid now.
Does he?
There, yeah.
From there?
I'm assuming.
Oh.
Per cat baby.
Yeah.
Per cat baby.
It's going to be some random Indian all real tall, you know, out there. Beard. Yeah. 5 years old.
His lucky
they're going to say, hey, you look just like Joseph Durbin.
Fuck.
Hey.
His lucky have that kid with the dark ring around his neck. You know?
No sugar for you.
Yeah.
We want to remind all of our viewers, get your sugar tested. You know, we are, leading the nation in diabetes. We want to take care of that.
We don't want to see any toes or feet or
we don't make
fingers
jokes, but
cut off.
I don't want to make fun about you when you're sitting there during grand entry and you can't even stand up straight for too long because you ain't got no toes to catch you.
The Kunta foot, remember what they did to him? They chopped his toes off.
No, for real. Oh. Hey, there's a freaking vet from My Rez. We call him Silly Bill. His real name's William. Right. But he passed out. Like, they were partying and they freaking driving around the res, and it was South Dakota blizzard. They got stuck and passed out in the car, and the car ran out of gas, got cold, and they had to cut his toes off.
Frostbite.
Oh, man, that's brutal.
Yeah, frostbite ain't no joke. That's some gnarly looking shit.
So, but his shoes are like this big, and you'll see him carrying in the freaking flag during Grand Entry. He's little steps. Like, so you could literally shove him
For real,
and he would fall over. He would have toes to catch himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they give him the extra long stick. Make sure.
Yeah. We got to give him one with like a friggin' ski on it. Like, I'm going to hell. I'm glad you guys are going to be there too.
It's going to be fun.
Oh man!
With a ski on it.
Dude, these fucking kids are going to jump me. And I'm just saying that because it does happen. So get tested. That's what I meant by that story.
Yeah, check your blood sugars, please.
The good thing though is that if the flag does go down, I know out there they do that for custody. You know, they dance the flag around.
Yeah.
Everyone will just start beating the drum harder. They'll start dancing harder, and we're doing it right now. You know, and the flag will be on the ground, and they'll be recreating that whole thing. It'll turn into ceremony.
Yeah.
Like, can we just pick them up first? Can we?
And if that flag drops, Ral will show up with his bag full of lube.
Durbin will show up and you'll just hear the AIM song turn on. The next lead will be the AIM song. Here comes Durbin. No shirt and just the sleeveless denim.
Just the denim jacket.
There it is.
Fuck that flag. Leave it down there.
And like 40 protesters.
Straight up.
40 some people from Long Beach or something.
From Long Beach.
Some hippie girl. Some hippies.
Yeah.
Spiritual
Have you met my friend? Her name's Calypso.
Spiritual advisor, what shall we do? Durbin will say, go over there. Pick him up. We must carry him out.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going straight to a cook shack. Whatever. To help the people.
They'll be dancing him out of the arena, but you know, like when people don't dance, they got like that extra third step. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's usually 1, 2, 1, 2, but for whatever reason, they kind of like keep hitting that right foot a little too much.
A little too much. That double tap is just a little bit too much for him.
This motherfucker said he had a ski on the pole.
It'll look like those the casket. You ever see those guys when they dance the casket?
That was that meme with Trump, and it had him like in the fucking hospital. Like they like crudely photoshopped his face on somebody else's fucking photo, and then like through the fucking hospital door window, you see those black guys with the casket. Like the caption was like, "Oh fuck, like they were getting ready."
They're ready for him. I told Van this, and this is terrible, but I was probably tired at the time. I'll blame it on that. But I said, if anything ever happens to me, you better dance hard for me, better dance hard, bird dance hard. We do our bird songs, and they dance, and there's certain songs you get down and you really dance, and you're really helping them get across on that journey. I told her, you better dance hard. You better jump on that casket and do the whole WAP dance and everything. That way I know I'm invigorated, baby. Ready for my journey. And I said, don't get mad, baby, if a few other ladies jump in there to help you. It's called Unity. I don't know any of those girls, but it's called Unity. One last time.
One last time. Oh my God.
And they'll be carrying all the crew, the shot to cook will be taking my casket out like that. Don't sing the two-step. Don't sing it. Hey, Jeremy's gonna drop him. He's off step. He'll drop him.
That fucking guy. Jeez.
Hey, we were somewhere singing and he goes, "Hey, teacher, your gourd sounds good." I'm like, just keep singing, man. What?
So I mean, not to get serious and anything real quick, but so we had my mom's clothes burning the other day, and it's my cousin, Jeremy. And fucking he's up there singing and stuff, and all I hear is him. You know what I mean? Like I hear Ral and his boys and stuff, but every once in a while, like he said, he'd be like, I'd hear him, and I heard that because it was it was pretty loud, and I'm just like,
well, it'd be like right when he got quiet.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I can hear your gourd.
I'm like this guy.
It was like the most random comments too.
Yeah.
Like, I can hear him sing. That's Ral Christman.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Like he had Tourette's or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like you have Tourette's you're sending my mom off, like,
like he's being judgy at the funeral?
Yeah. Probably.
Like criticizing, man, this chicken's dry. This fry bread sucks.
If we didn't have stew, it'd be all crunchy. Gotta dip the fried bread in the stew, it's crunchy. Who made the large chip, you know?
Oh my god.
No, I was like, well, maybe he's just feeling it, you know. So maybe the spirits are in him, you know. And
Yeah.
I know some of the old ones that are gone, they used to partake too. So maybe one of them was a little buzzed up and
Yeah.
they connected to Andre. They're like, or they connected to Jeremy. They're like, you know, he seems like someone we used to know.
Many years ago, that was me.
The next song comes in, random, like, hey, that guy, he was saying random stuff though. I was like, it was a very serious time, you know, he did serious things. Yeah. But then when you're going to sing, you know, you got that song in your head, next thing you hear is, hey, he sounds really good. His name's Ral Christman. I'm like, what? Quit lying.
And in your head, you're like, yes.
Yeah.
I am.
Hold on, let me make a speech about this moment.
What made it even weird is Ralph showed up with this picture.
Yeah.
Like he had it right in front. Where like you put the money on the blanket.
That is terrible. Had it on a necklace, a medallion.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
She's probably laughing.
Oh man. Well, they say laughter is healing, man. So
you know that part right there is me and this guy were talking about this. About I mean, I felt like I don't know what it is. So I've had my family with me at my place in Sioux Falls because my grandma got the COVID back at the end of June, I think it was.
Yeah. It's good now.
She recovered. Like
that's that Midwest cough.
Quick cough in there.
Quick cough.
And my family just left my place, but it's been chaos, you know. It's been. I mean, anytime you get family together, you know, all the old beef and old feelings start coming up. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like something that you did way back when, you know, or whatever. And so, it's with family, it's tough because mainly in my family, the dynamic is passive aggressive. You know, like they pass that on to you, like saying stuff like,
it's fine. I'll just take care of it myself.
I'll do it myself. Get out of the way, geez. I don't know why I asked you. You know, like just like damn. You know, like okay, shit. You know. But so like I had my family around, and
it's all stuff they should be doing anyways, probably, huh?
Like I mean. It's a weird because dealing with family is tough because you love them and you don't want to hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
So you end up eating your feelings.
Yeah.
For them, and so it's tough it's delicate because you don't want to upset them because you love them. So me and this guy were talking about this like all morning. Like I felt like both of us, especially the place he's coming from, and like me, like I just got, I was like, man, we're on vacation right now. Even though I'm working, we're on vacation. We're like, self-healing coming out of that, being around family for so long. So we were talking about this coming up. I was like, man, my grandpa's, even in these times where it's serious, you find the humor in things. Because I was telling them a story. We had an Indian funeral to the core for my grandpa. Mm-hmm. So we had drummers, we had a drum group come and sing. And like, dude, we were taking him out the door at the funeral. We were taking him out the door, he's an old cowboy and singer. We're taking him out the door. And my auntie, who I never even thought this, now it makes sense. I'd never seen her drive my grandpa's truck. He had an old Dodge that was a stick shift, and you had to gun it to keep it running in between gears. So, and she said, throw the drum group in the back of this truck. And I was like, dude, I didn't know she even knew how to drive. But at the time, my brain ain't thinking about that. It's getting the funeral, the stuff, keeping it moving.
Sure.
And anyway, the oldest member of the drum group that was singing just so happened to be the one reaching down to pull up the tailgate, and she popped that clutch and shot out of there, and he went flying off this damn truck, dude. And since he's an old cowboy, dude, I just seen him, and when you fall down in the middle of 200 people, and everybody sees it, where as old and as big as he was, dude, he'd pop right back up, you know? He
Yeah.
wasn't going to lay there and let, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
be embarrassed, you know? He's like, I'm good, you know?
Had that
Like
cowboy
brushing-
grip still holding, holding the ball.
like
man,
took
to the
up the
tailgate.
lead. like it's just, you know, he was back up on his feet again, you know. I mean, he was all dusty and everything, you know. And then like I went and I jumped on a horse, and my cousin, who's a wannabe gangster type, never seen him on a horse a day of my life. This guy's always been about trying to be Ice Cube.
Uh-huh.
And I look over, he's in Jordans on a horse. He's got a red bandana like this up. And, you know, like he's backwards cap on. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to ride for Grandpa. I was like, okay. The horse took off on him. And I had to go and get him, you know? I had to, like,
man.
It's like, you know, it's just all chaos. And I'm just like, well, you know, if you don't know how to do it, it's fine, bro. You know, like, you don't got to be all like, Grandpa would want you to ride in a van. Yeah, he wants you to carry flowers, you know, and help that way, you know?
Oh,
in fact, I can hear him calling you stupid right now, you know?
He's like, Grandpa's like, let him go. Let him go. He'll return knowing how to ride a horse. 2 days from now. In 2 days, he'll know how to ride it.
Oh my god!
I get to the cemetery to turn off into the cemetery. My horse starts acting up. Like, he wants to go home. You know, like this guy. The community I come from is kind of small, so the horse could see its home, see the corral, everything, and he starts freaking like rearing. I don't want to say rearing up. I don't know what they call the term for when they go forward up. You know, he's just jumping on his hind legs like this, trying to get me off.
Bucking.
And I didn't plan on being Lane Frost or, you know, tough. But I bet I look
His
pretty
cousin's over there like
warriorish.
that. Yeah,
it's pretty
Randy's in the
warriorish.
crowd.
Yeah.
Just
So I'll sit here.
Eagle in the background.
And you know, I bet I look cool, but on the inside, I was screaming, fuck! You know, that's
I bet it looked cool.
oh, he's real traditional doing the war cry.
He's riding
doing
for
the-
Grandpa now. Like, no, I want to get off. And I did. I jumped down. I jumped off the damn thing and I just like grabbed the reins and like jerked it. And then I seen the owner, like he went and parked. He saw I was having a tough time. And he I was like, here's your horse. You know? And I went over to the cemetery and I was telling him this, dude. Like, and so the drum group, they started again.
They heard you scream and started riding in.
Yeah. Dude. Like, so here comes the part. We're letting Grandpa into the crowd now, you know, and we're lowering Grandpa in the tomb. And the drum groups, you know, they sound on point, man. Boys are singing hard, you know. It's this moment, and they remember the top of the tomb, the concrete that they use. So they put the casket in the tomb, right?
Yeah.
And then they close it, and that's what we throw dirt on it.
Okay.
That's a wrap, right?
Right.
And so the funeral home, the guys, I was handling things, you know, I was kind of the go-to guy. So I'm sitting there, like I said, drum groups going off, their boys are singing hard, and you know, I look around, you know, my aunties are crying, my grandma, you know, and all of a sudden I see the chain slip off the top of the thing, the concrete tomb, the top of it, and the freaking thing falls down in between the freaking like it didn't hit Grandpa.
It's all off kill
but
mode.
it's all jacked up, and I just see the freaking guy, the funeral home director, go. And he leads over to the director and he's like, and the director comes towards me and he's like, so if you guys just want to head out, like we'll take care of this, you know? And he's like, you know, you seen this thing? We gotta lift this thing up, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, everybody stop crying.
You wouldn't have wanted this.
Psych, you know? Like that was just practice. You know, like, and he's like, we gotta go and bring that. And I looked over there because it was right there. It was this big freaking machine, you know, that they got. to lift the tomb, put the tomb down in there, and then so it's a machine to lift all this stuff. He's like, we got to bring that in here. I was like, fire it up, bring it in here. I was like, auntie, everybody, cousin, get out of the way.
Step back.
Get out of the way. We're gonna have to do this again, But there's that humor in the moments, And I was me and this guy were talking about it because I mean. That's just who we are as the people, Like,
well, our people got songs for these things. They probably sing a song. We're putting them back in. I got a song for that too. Got a song for that.
Second song, rewrite,
song.
Man.
Oh man, remix. You got.
I mean, but that's a part of it. Is like I was teasing too. Or I didn't tell him this, but I was telling him that story. When we were, I mean, in these moments that are really hard and tough in life. Grandpa was my dad. I mean, he was my dad. So, I mean, it's tough to do all that. But you find the humor. Like I was even teasing Grandma because my grandma wasn't with him. She was with another dude. And she brought next dude to the funeral. That's how I'm all like, Grandma,
Fuck, that's ugly.
Grandpa wanted me to put you, you guys chose out his thing right here. He's going to be buried right here. There's room for you. Your other man, he's going to have to go on the other side of the fence, though, depending on how it goes here. But we might have to extend that fence a little bit in the cemetery so he could be beside you, But I mean, you find the humor in them crazy situations, man. Like it's super. I don't know. Family's just crazy. I had this one auntie, like at every funeral, it seemed like she brought another. She used to faint.
Hey.
Like the black funerals, they go up to the like to see the viewing and be like, oh my God.
Another song starts up.
Ral actually does that.
And my auntie.
Oh, that's me.
My auntie would just throw herself backwards and like faint, like. And each time, I swear, each funeral, she had a new man catching her. It was like, hey, who's this guy? Like, you don't know. It's just your role right now. It's just your turn.
Oh, no.
It's just your role.
He probably thought he was special. Like, remember that time I caught you at the funeral? Like, no. Like,
that was 3 guys ago.
Yeah, 3 dudes ago to us.
What the hell are you?
She's like, we've lost a lot of our people. Talking about her exes.
It's just your role.
But it is weird to be in those spots because it's so like human, those times of sadness. Like there's so much emotion, so there's a lot of humor in it. Like how here we'll bury people. That's when we bury them here, and you'll go up, and the way we do it is like you get the shovel and you start throwing dirt, and then someone's usually around you. They'll tap you and they'll take over. Yeah. We all take over like that. Yeah. But and I went to one a little while back, and my daughter was telling me about it later. But my brother was there, and he's kind of older. Man, he was there just really slowly throwing that thing, that shovel. So I went and gave him a tap. And you see, he started throwing some dirt. Next thing I'm like, where's is someone gonna tap me out here? Or what's going on?
He's just got my head down by himself.
Never tap me back out.
Try not to act like he was tired.
I was just breathing hard with the thing, And I thought no one noticed. My daughter noticed. She's like, "Hey, Dad, I seen you about to pass out." She's uncle was in there. He was going real slow, and then you tapped him. You were going good, and then you started looking like Uncle in there too.
You gotta laugh, man. That's why,
man.
That's why, when we had my mom's service and stuff, everybody's just like this, right? And like you said, my auntie's crying, my aunt's crying, everybody's like crying, And people were making speeches about my mom, and she was a good
beautiful speeches too.
Great,
beautiful
they
speeches.
Talked really good about my mom, and.
That's how he gets up. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
No, it's beautiful speeches.
Can I finish my joke?
It's called a eulogy, sir. But, no, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
Auntie picks up her eulogy. Follow that.
And so, everybody, the mood is set, because it's that morning time, that grief and stuff, and so that's why I got up, and I was like, man. And in my mind, it's crazy how it went. The first thing I was like, man, I gotta laugh, or I gotta break this. Break this, So I get up and I'm like, hey, look, everybody knows me by Joey in here. I'm Joseph Durbin, if nobody knows. And you know, I was like, started looking around. I was like, I'm really trying to figure out who the fuck y'all are talking about. Because, like, you know, like, this lady used to beat the hell out of me. You know what I mean? And so fucking everybody started laughing and fucking, you know.
It's like I had a teardrop coming, and then when he said that, it went right back in my eye. And I was like, what? I'm not joking. You're not joking. That really happened. It was so, I mean, the person before me, the two speakers before were talking so eloquently, and it was so somber, and everyone's like, yeah, you know, and the music in the back, you know.
Yeah.
It was so,
you
like.
hear the red-tailed hawk in the back.
Yeah, you can hear eagles whistling outside and stuff. And then Durbin gets up, and he walks in there too real quiet. And he says that. The whole room starts laughing. And then you're like, wait, we're supposed to be laughing? Or what are we doing?
I was like, you know, it's a celebration of life. You know what I mean? It's like, I get it. And I've been crying for like the last week, and I had to fucking, you know, I had to get some laughs, man, you know. But that's the beautiful part about it, I think. You know what I mean? I know Mom would be laughing too. Because, I mean,
exactly.
Where do you think I got it from?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
was
I
thinking
mean?
that, yeah.
So it's just, Mom was crazy with it. You know, she'd be coming up with some zingers herself at times. And I'd be like, holy shit, Mom, you can't say that to people. Like, fuck.
But then it makes it rough because, like, then I had to go up after this guy. It's like, man, that's a tough act to follow. I'm just going to throw my head down and sing.
You didn't have to tell her the reason she died was because of me, though.
He's all like this. He's all like this, wrapping up his speech.
It was all written on buckskin, Mylo, okay?
No, you know what honestly what I said? And I was talking about stuff, and then I just, like, stopped myself. I was like, looking for Durbin. So I really listened. I said, you know what? You probably deserved it. Oh, shit.
Gotcha.
Turned it on him.
Yeah.
He was like, she should win my. I said, yeah, you probably deserved it.
He deserved it.
And I was like, all right, now let us sing. Like in church, now let us pray.
Now let us pray.
He goes right into singing, you know, so I can't beat him up, you know what I mean?
That's just like your guys is doing. See, it needs the same everywhere. Right in that key moment, then the drum starts. You got that lead.
I'm all, wait till you stop shaking that board.
We're going to sing a couple extra songs here today. Till everyone forgets what we were laughing about earlier. Oh, man. That's literally what happened, though.
No, that's exactly literally what happened.
It was, you know what, though? It was good. I thought it was a little beautiful
good.
thing.
It was a nice, good break, you know,
Yeah.
because, you know, like I said, everybody that showed up, you know, was meant to be there, and it was good, you know. Between me and my aunt and a few of the other cousins and aunts and stuff like that, we got everything taken care of. And, you know, my biggest thing was the rest of the family, because she has one brother left, my Uncle Matt. And so my concern, and I have another brother that was real close too, and my only concern was that they were going to try to do it their way, you know, and it's like, I'm the oldest out of, this is what she wanted.
Yeah.
Because she literally told me.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm going by what she wants, and I didn't, you know, and so my aunt kind of took a lot of that brunt, you know, and expressed that to the rest of the family. Hey, look, Joey's going to be running it. This is what he wants, and this is what she wanted, and he's just doing. And so they kind of, everything really went smooth. The only hiccups were, you know, the you know, Jeremy being a jackass. But I mean, that's normal shit.
Yeah. And his heart was in a good place, man.
No, I know it was.
But it's like there's always somebody. He was that somebody that day, for sure.
Yeah, he was that somebody.
Yeah.
I was telling him too, I was like, you know, I mean, that's just, you know, the family, like, we all got our different dynamics. And like my family, like I got like I guess he's an uncle. And he don't know how to function without alcohol. So of course he had to show up buzzed up. You know, in order to cry and, you know, process the emotions. Because he wouldn't come around sober. Like, you know, like he can't handle a lot of things like that. So that's kind of like, you know, part addiction, part social lubricant.
Yeah.
You know? So that part's But there's definitely for sure somebody like that in every family. I guess we're blessed with more than a few knuckleheads.
Our family's in balance.
Yeah.
We have the balance. On that.
We're making up for all those who got a perfect family.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, dude, I got like the country Indian family too. Like we're out in the hillbilly Indians. We're the Resnicks, you know.
Yeah.
We are. We're deep, you know. Walk around barefoot, you know. Like they're pretty country Indians. So
like where he's from.
Yeah. That's what I was telling you.
They're all that way.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They come from the mountains.
Mountain Indian.
Yeah.
Out amongst the flatlanders.
Yeah. We're down here in the flatlands.
All you.
The flat asses and
All
the flat.
you coastal natives.
Extra spiritual next to the ocean. It pulls out all the negativity. The ocean pulls it all out. Oh, man.
All beautiful down there.
It don't matter where Indians live. Their place is extra special and sacred. We're from the mountains. The air up here is clear. We're near God. Oh, quit it. We're at the ocean that pulls the energy. And it's like...
Everything's all extra spiritual.
Yeah, we're out here in the desert where time stands still. Oh, man. You live in the meth capital of America. We see you.
Where are you from again? Oildale? Oh, okay.
Felony Flats.
The felony flat, right?
We're out looking. We're stargazers at night. We see all the stars. No, you're just walking around at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Strung out. We see you.
Strung out.
Motherfuckers in a meth-induced psychosis. Fuck.
Oh my goodness. So, well, what you've been doing?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't even know how we ended up over here in this dark place, but
yeah. You said there'd be candy.
Yeah.
Out my big van, it says free fry bread and candy. You know? Free grapes. My grape van.
It's talking about the water outside.
Yeah.
Water out front.
Must be nice. It's got water bottles strung out everywhere. Man,
oh,
I wish I had money like that just to, throw water away.
Well, you know what? It's a true story. Those who don't know. Hey, if you pull up to my house right now, there's a big case of water outside the front. I don't know how it got there, but one of my kids is going to get whipped. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. CPS out there listening. It's just a joke. These are old Indian jokes. I would never. Besides, my kids would beat me up. They're all bigger than me now. My boys will let me up.
Good job for having 7 of them. They just jumped me.
They jumped me.
Yeah. He's got his own crew.
Yeah. No, I've just been busy being a family guy, with all the kids are all at school, distance learning, all that kind of stuff, trying to dodge the COVID bullet, all that kind of stuff. And, there's no powwows, no gatherings or nothing, so everything's virtual. And, to be honest, I'll be completely honest with you, I think at the point where we're at now, I can honestly say they kind of suck, all those virtual things.
Yeah.
Like, every organization's like, well, we have budgeted for a gathering, so we're going to do a virtual one. And you get on there, and there's like 10 people watching, on some Zoom. And they're not really watching or listening to you. You're giving it your all, You're like telling them some real sacred thing or like some of your creation story or some real important history or you're singing songs and you look on there and it's like there's 2 people watching. You're like, I could have just called you, man. Like
you look on there and it's like a dude in his underwear.
Yeah. You got the fake background. You're like, where you at?
There's like a blanket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's like a blanket up and he's just there in his drawers.
Yeah.
Besides that, what we've been doing down here actually is our nation, the Kumeyaay Nation. We're one of those nations where the border goes right to the middle of our traditional lands. So half of our people and half of our indigenous land is south of the border in northern Mexico. Mm-hmm. My grandfather's buried down there. And then the other half is up here in the north. And so they're putting Trump's wall through the middle. So we've been down there, man. We've been down there doing all kinds of stuff, and protest and
bombs, everything.
I'm not really up with the culture of the protests. I always get the terminology wrong, but we're not protesters, we're protectors.
Yeah.
So we're down there protecting Trump's wall.
That's a disclaimer.
But I think that's wrong. I think we're protesting Trump's wall. I don't know. I get all mixed up. I always have to ask the allies for what I'm supposed to be saying. Because I'm like, I'm Indian. We're talking.
What's the hashtag?
Yeah. We're there in a circle and they kept saying, we live here in so-called America and I live in so-called El Cajon with this so-called. They kept saying so-called. I'm like, well, I got to go because I got a so-called job. That says I'm going to so-called be fired if I don't get out of here so-called.
I don't want to decolonize them and join some of the Starbucks.
sip on my
I'm
coffee.
enjoying this colonization. Let me get another one.
Well, you see that water out front, that's why we threw it out of our house.
Let me get another one.
We're boycotting that brand of water. I said, get it out of my house.
Yeah.
I'll drink it later. No Nestle in this house. I threw it out.
When times get hard. We may.
We may have to drink that later.
Waste. We're natives.
Put it in the shade just in case. You ever notice you go to an Indian function, they got all the water in the sun.
Yeah.
Like, well, you can't just pile the water in the shade, man. It's like,
No.
we
No,
brought all
that's
this water.
against-
It's all in the sun.
That's against protocol.
Meanwhile, we're getting each other sick with the water. Water is life. Like, not that water. That water gets you sick.
water is
Typhoid.
That water's all boiled up over there. That water, it's in the plastic. We're giving each other cancer and
That's
stuff.
soup
It's like-
right now.
Fucking bottles are all swollen.
Well, like we have our old protocols. So you get together, we shake each other's hand, give the hug. It's like COVID. You can't be doing that now. I went to one of those protests and I looked around. I'm like, hey, anybody got any hand sanitizer? Like, I kind of forgot. So the next thing you know, I'm pulling out my bag. I had my sanitizer. And
I had that.
I went to like 2 bottles in one day. I was like, holy smokes,
Like a community cigarette. Huh?
I seen that guy. He had a bottle of 151. He was just
The one
a little aftershave.
You know when COVID first started, all the distilleries.
Passing around Listerine.
Yeah.
Pine Ridge style. I'm not gonna be allowed in Pine Ridge anymore.
Oh,
This is
man.
hydrochloroquine.
Yeah, on the Navajo res, they call that ocean.
Trump said it's all right. Trump juice.
What is that, Clorox?
Oh, man.
Trump juice.
But yeah, we've been down there trying to protest or do what we can, to try to protect sacred sites down there and everything. And it's kind of hard because, it gets hot down there on the border, you know what I mean? And it's as long as they're like, we're going to meet up at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
You're like, really?
Yeah.
Like, do I go to sleep or do I just stay up?
Do I go to sleep?
Just go through.
I'm just going to take my time and drive down there. Well, I'll make it there by 3.
Like, can I just park where we're going to protest before we walk in? Wake me up when you all get here, So they put the call out. Everyone's like, yeah, we'll all be there.
Yeah.
You show up, and it's like
There's
the
like
allies
4
are there.
people, yeah.
The allies are there.
There's like 4 people.
We're gonna go live.
Yeah.
No, wait an hour till everybody gets here. We got to capture the right angles, man.
I'm gonna go live.
Somehow Jason Pinto shows up. He's just out of nowhere.
We were just made aware National Guard is on their way. Why? When Border Control could take care of it.
The National Guard.
I know what technology is like. Can I just go run in the they're doing homes in the middle of the field here in the Rez? Can I jump in one of those trailers and one of those tractors and go live there? They will never know if it's here. They're grading the field. Can I just jump
Get
in
my
there?
PayPal.
Have some of the cousins just banging on the side of the trailer.
I might get locked up today. Send some money to this account. No.
Oh shit, guys. You guys, check on me in jail. All right, I gotta go.
I may not be on social media in the next few days. On a drunk
If you don't
somewhere.
see me, you know
Get my
where I'm
PayPal.
at. Yeah.
Get my PayPal though.
This is my fucking.
like every time you give a speech, right in the middle of it, just real random. Water is sacred in my PayPal. And life.
and life. Christ.
And then you just keep going. I was there in Geneva at the UN.
Venmo.
My Venmo.
Yeah, the Venmo. And it's always like a list.
man.
It's always a list of all of them too. It never fails. It's always a list. Like there's literally still like a couple people out there still making money off of Standing Rock.
Well, Standing Rock is burning to some souls because I swear to God, you can get somewhere and then like people who are real traumatized by Standing Rock will show up and be like, "You guys should really all turn off your phones, put them in the car, while we're talking." Yeah. You're like, "Hey,
It's
we're just
almost
hanging
like-
out here. We're not really doing anything."
It's
right
almost
now."
like a Vietnam
Hey,
flashback for them. Yeah.
They start having that stuff. Like, I think there's that guy over there. Does anybody know him? How did he get here?
Yeah, it's a horse.
The feds planted him here. You're like, no, I think he just like,
It's
maybe.
actually a horse.
And you know what it is too? Is they try to one up your story.
Oh yeah.
You know? Like they
The
try
infamous
to,
one-upper.
like that. It just becomes like, oh man, I was at the front line. I was at the front line since the beginning. You know? And I was the last one to leave.
Yeah.
I took the rawhide and I staked it to the trailer of the, the ditch digger, and I was there, I wouldn't leave like the old ones.
Yeah.
You ever see Dog Soldier? That was me right there on the tribe dance to
my story.
Yeah, that's me. Meanwhile, they're the front lines of the chow hall. They're front line.
Fuck.
Frontline warrior. Well, I was passing out forks up front, I was reminding people to wash their hands in the front of the line.
The whole time they were
speaking of Manapi.
Manapi,
I knew it was going to come
which
up.
is La Jota for, hey, please wash your hands.
I knew it was going to come up.
I thought you were going to say it.
I didn't want to. I knew it was going to come up.
You said you were going to watch this.
I know.
Yeah, you will see it. But one of those women might. Hey. He's going to be getting calls from L.A.
Oh, my God.
Cancel culture is going to hit live from the Rez.
Cancel culture.
He's going to see on his phone, hello, flower woman, what is it?
I don't like this.
Cancel class.
He's calling me right now.
Yeah.
He's all sitting somewhere like this, like a fly stopped buzzing in front of him. Somebody's talking shit about it. There's a disturbance in the forest.
Oh my God.
He just stares off and the one teardrop comes down.
Yeah.
They're talking trash. I can see in far off land, they're talking trash.
Yeah. That shit just came up on my Facebook memories. I was with him in Lower Brule 2 years ago.
The Standing Rock stuff?
No, it was after Standing Rock, and I was in between
He was still
work.
fighting the fight though.
Yeah.
That never stopped.
It never stopped.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
The song starts up again.
The resistance. The aim song. Don't forget that.
It's always like that too. It's never that crisp. A little bit off.
Somebody's just on standby. Like, dude, most times you're like, I can't even remember that song, but somehow the aim song just like got it.
Yep. Boom.
It's a lot of times in LA too. That was there, back whenever.
Oh my goodness.
I used to work security for somebody. Like, are you sure you did?
I used to work security.
I was security at Secret Store.
I was the keeper of the drumstick. I learned this song. Been singing for 35 years. I know one song.
Oh my God.
The aim song.
The aim song.
Yeah.
There's other songs?
There's other songs, right?
Their song?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. This is the only one we need.
This is the only one we need. It's perfect.
For all occasions.
Yep.
I'm just using this like it's for real.
These are just props.
Like for a punchline, like actually accentuating a punchline, like Manapi. Didn't even have to. It could have just been out there like Manapi, but just had to say it like Manapi.
Yeah. And every time you say it, a bullwhip goes off and the aim song starts.
Yeah. Somebody's singing the aim song somewhere.
Someone's singing the aim song somewhere.
Every time you say that name, someone sings the lead.
Oh my goodness, man.
That was Durbin's wedding song, his last marriage.
And the divorce song.
He cried for the people.
Because it stands for liberation.
I'm all crying.
Decolonize my life. Ripped up those papers. Ripped up those government papers.
I'm free.
Luckily, I've been working on myself now, so I'm crying more.
Usually this is something that I go and slam an 8-ball for.
Yeah.
Now I just
but
sing
I
the
got
song.
it under control.
It's okay. I just wanted to drive into oncoming traffic. Ral, thanks.
Thank you for bringing up the most harmful and hurtful things in my life. Took me 10 years to get over that. I feel good today.
Yeah. Should we talk about my dead mom now too?
I do want to apologize though.
Mom, I love you.
I just do want to apologize though. I wouldn't sing the aim song there. You tried to offer me tobacco and everything. I said, look, bro, I can't do that. I sing bird songs. I'm not
plead the fifth.
Yeah.
I sing bird songs. I'm not a certified aim singer.
You're a real asshole.
I'm not a certified singer of the song. Oh man.
Oh my
Against my better judgment, I can't comment on that. I gotta keep my ass from getting whooped.
Some old ally from 1975 walked in with a hand drum. Was like, no, we're not going to do it. We're not doing it.
But I will laugh at whatever you guys say. Oh
man,
that went dark.
Yeah. that really escalated quickly.
Wow. Wrap things up then. Do you want to lead us in the AIM song to lead us out of this?
End scene.
So we should get started with this podcast now.
Oh wait, hey, the cameras weren't on.
No, that would suck.
We're just gonna
not even on.
Yeah, we're just gonna edit. We're just gonna edit this all out.
Look, it looks like actually looks like it's stuck. You see that? You see that like, on one side over there? You see the brown on it? It looks like the debate.
Oh,
See that?
that's funny.
Oh man, I got dark real fast. Oh, that was wicked.
Oh my god.
That song's supposed to bring healing.
Yeah.
I feel we all healed a little right there.
Everybody out there, we done flamed the freaking AIM song now, man.
We're gonna get punched at some protest now, you know.
Yeah.
So like Liberation,
There's the guy,
Liberation Day
Yeah.
in Ridge every year, right? Since way back when. And I'm out there one year and fucking I think Bill Means was like speaking or something, right? Like those old Aimsters, right? They're talking right there at the gravesite. And like I think this is when Guy was still alive. He was out there, he had his gun out and everything, and they do like a salute. And so like the AIM song's playing, you know, and fucking Bill's talking, and so like they're like, all right, then we're gonna have a gun salute or whatever. And as soon as they said gun, one of these guys just started blasting, killed the whole AIM song, killed his whole speech. All you hear is just gunfire.
Like a Wild West.
Yeah, it was just a wild west. And the guy's like, "Hey, no!" But it was too late by then. That was like a few years back. I was like, "Holy shit!" Just cut him right off.
I don't have any cool protest stories. Not a one. You know, I did go back when they were trying to build a bar on Bear Butte. It's probably like the coolest protest story I had. I went on a horse ride. It was called prayer ride.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just we rode a horse from one side of the state to the other side of the state in the ditch. We joked that we were the ditch riders. You know. And you know, you get the occasional resident in South Dakota that'll pass you and scream, you know, goddamn, you know, PN.
Yeah.
You know, and so we rode across the state. And before we got out there, so Bear Butte was like a sacred mountain too.
Is that proud native?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take it like that.
Proud native, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
And anyway, we get out to Bear Butte, and some of these guys, you know, you start talking to people along the ride, and they started talking to me, and they found out who some of my background, where I come from, and they approached me and they asked me to run the staff of the ride into the camp, where there was about 4,000 Indians camped there on the bottom of Bear Butte.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. Camp, yeah.
That's a lot of people.
It was a huge camp. And so they gave me the staff, and from what it was explained to me was they would choose, back in the day, they would choose a young man to represent the camp, to be a messenger to go to the next camp and relay information.
Right.
And so they would choose, you know, a good warrior, whatever, young scout. And so, because I didn't want to do it, you know, everybody wants to ride in and look, you know, cool at the end of the horse ride. Yeah. Everybody wants a horse.
They just don't have Manapi do the whole thing?
Yeah.
This is, you know, God damn.
He's like, well, his ears are
No,
he goes to every camp.
He's deaf now.
He was in camp at Sweat at that time.
Yeah. Oh. He was deep in prayers. The only way you guys could have made it.
Yeah. He already knew we were coming.
Yeah.
So that was my cool story, and I rode in and I ran in, and I had an Allen Iverson jersey on, one of them old school throwback Sixers ones, you know, with the trunks. Because I mean, I was
no socks.
Yeah. And I ran in, and you know, as I run in, I don't know, one of the freaks. It was an AIM dude. I can't even know his name or whatever, but he was like, you know, what's going on, young man? And they literally hand me a water and like the microphone. And I'm all like, the writers are coming. And they're like, who?
Paul Revere.
Even cool, like, you know, like I didn't even have no cool story. The Indian ones. Like, we rode all across the state. We're allies.
They didn't even know.
They didn't even know. There was no. I mean, I don't think there was Facebook back then.
Oh,
this is probably like MySpace days, you know. And like there was no MySpace on your phone. Then,
I guess you.
know?
I guess you weren't in his top 10 friends. At the time.
Yeah.
Remember, that's how MySpace worked.
You had the one song.
You would like judge your friend. Yeah, you had like.
We already knew the song.
You had, like the 1 or 2 songs. Yeah.
The AIM song.
Oh.
You got your background all sparkly.
Yeah. That's something crazy. And we turned our back on him.
And
they're coming. Who?
Yeah, he's all who, and then you know, all the riders start coming into camp, and everybody just you know, they're like this. Everybody just all fired up, and I'm still sitting there like, okay, well I'm done. You know,
I did my part.
Hey, that was it. You know, like that was it. Everybody's like getting honored. That was on a horse. You know, I was like, I rode the whole freaking way. Nobody even shook my hand. You know, like, fuck, man. Rode the whole way. Nobody shook my hand. I ran into camp. Nobody cared. So I learned now. You got to be the Hollywood Indian.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have a little bit of that in you and bring it out at certain times.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. It's kind of need it sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
and everyone's standing around. It's like, can you say something like, "Oh, I guess you know, starting real simple. Those of you who don't know me, my name is you know like that." I already said that too, by the way.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's all his family. Those of you who don't know me, like these are all your relatives. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and then you get into it. Next thing you know, you're talking like Martin Luther King out there. A little bit of some Malcolm X in there.
Yeah.
But it's all you know, powerful Indian words.
Yeah, a little bit of Obama, a little bit of
Ralph stays with it. Look at the shirt he's wearing.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Black on black on black on black.
This is all the shades of black.
Yeah.
Hey, people get mad when they see me in the shirt in some places.
Yeah.
He's got Martin Luther King kneeling next to Kaepernick.
I don't.
People just kind of look like, oh, he must be.
That's a cool one. Where'd you get it from?
FanMart.
He made it.
Bam Bam. Yeah, they get it made.
Can you?
It's a bootleg.
So it is.
So could you Photoshop me and Durbin
kneeling like
front
that?
lines by some water?
That would be pretty tight.
With our Venmo at the bottom.
Yeah, you gotta put the Venmo in there. Just put mine on my forehead.
They're still trying to get these brothers released. Hey, they still got legal fees. They're still fighting.
I got old court cases.
Oh,
They
man.
need counseling when they're out.
Yeah. I'll be out there. I'll be at the courthouse just randomly out there going live.
live.
I'm here for get the guys out here. This drum.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part about
Mylo.
PayPal.
They ain't done shit.
That's the crazy part about camp is like I didn't really understand like the aftermath part, right? So there are people that were actually like traumatized from the stuff that they witnessed and were a part of and this and that, and I'm like, and I'm there in the front lines and I'm just like, well, this was a Tuesday evening in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You know, like I grew up with the ghetto bird.
Yeah, dude. I'm not even lying. On the way over here, he's all like, I got stabbed right there. That's some rocks right there at my auntie's house. And over here, sorry, I lost my virginity twice.
Twice.
Like, damn.
I never told you this story.
Hey, think about that, losing your virginity twice, all right? Just think about it.
I kind of would rather not. I'm going to turn 40 here in a couple years. I ain't trying to think about that either.
But so like fucking like I didn't get it till like I had to think about it. You
Prostate.
know what I mean? And it's like, well, like I
You have your date and you have your prostate.
I can't even look at you right now.
Then the song starts up again. The sacred staff is entered.
Aim song.
That'll look like a drumstick. What are you doing
in the middle of El Cajon.
Be strong, my son.
But I had to think about it. It's like, these people that were out here.
You might want to come this way, by the way, so you already did that mic.
They didn't grow
like,
up.
you might want to scoot your chair a little bit. So you're not you're in the camera here. There you go.
Am I?
There you go. 'Cause I noticed that you lean back a lot. I think you are out, but you're all good. We'll just crop somebody else's face on you.
Put somebody else.
See, that's just bad fucking podcast hosting. Okay.
This is live from the Rez. Okay, we're not in Burbank. We're not in Burbank.
Sit properly and articulate your words properly. Okay, enunciation. So.
Anyways, back to El Cajon and crack pipes.
Get over here. Let me hold.
Back to crack
to the serious issue at hand.
Can you put my Venmo right on the Sage bundle? Can you?
I'm gonna make shirts. It's gonna have you guys with like Leonard Peltier. All you guys.
God damn!
I better be quiet. I'm gonna get beat up somewhere. There's that guy disrespecting the hay.
Oh my God!
These guys all need your help. Well, he really needs your help. These guys just need your Venmo.
Oh man! And so like I had to think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what was normal to me isn't normal to them. Like, I grew up with the helicopter screaming, like, we're looking for this guy,
It's all you.
Black pants. I was like, wait, that just, like, they just described, like, 100,000 people in El Cajon right now. You know what I mean?
Martin
It's like
Luther King shirt on there.
Kaepernick.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was like, what was the big deal? But but then I had to like sit back and think like, okay, well, they grew up on the res out here. It's a lot different. There's no city,
Or if you're an ally and you came straight from college to fight, help us.
Right.
Help
next thing you know, you're getting bit by a dog.
Yeah. They're asking you to stand right there for 10 more minutes while they run.
I'm pushing you down on the way out.
Yeah. We need allies so we can push somebody over so we can get away.
Yeah. So show up.
Yeah.
Come to our protest right here.
Uncle Wavoka said the rubber bullets will not penetrate this shirt.
Yeah. That's just how on you are.
Yeah. Oh man. I didn't even, talk about El Cajon.
Hey, the smoke just folds around you, the tear gas and all that. Rubber bullets.
Sage just
looks like the Matrix, and they just stop.
You're blowing your sage smoke at their smoke, and it's weird because their smoke's kind of winning, but bring in the sage and the sweet grass.
Yeah, that rubber bullet. Your hair was sitting on this side, and it went. It was on this side. Then you're still walking through the smoke.
Oh man!
Like Jason Momoa coming out of that water. Get to the front lines and just look at that cop and put your hand on him and start praying.
What was that broad that fucking had the Pepsi can? Remember that commercial?
The what? Oh,
that one fucking broad that there was like the commercial was like it was like a protest. Right? And then there was like the riot gear police or whatever.
Yeah.
And the whole commercial, she didn't say like one word in the whole thing, but she just walks up with the Pepsi can and like hands it to them.
Yeah.
And like they just stand down.
Yeah.
Like what was in that Pepsi can? Was it like Pulp Fiction's like briefcase?
the light.
What I mean? Like,
it's the light. It's the light. Stand down.
You just never know what's in there.
Yeah, that commercial is comedy.
It can stop just institutional racism and all that shit. You just hand them the Pepsi can.
I'm gonna drink a Pepsi today.
Yeah.
It's the All Lives Matter privilege suitcase. Everyone gets privilege now.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say though, talking about El Cajon, I went to this. I was at an El Cajon one time, and I was out over there by Greenfield, and there's somebody that I knew over there working on a car, and anyways, long story short, we get to talking, and he goes, "Yeah, man, I was coming through, driving down the road here one time, and I don't know, maybe I was riding a guy's ass. Dude jumps out of his car. I never told you the story. He goes, yeah, a guy jumps out of this car, man. He had like long hair." He had like a beard and shit, and he like pulled a bat on me, like he wanted, like he was like, "What the fuck?" Whatever. He said he started cussing at me, like, and he goes, "Oh shit, I think I like rode this dude's ass too much or like something, And he goes, "Oh my bad," and he drove off. He goes, "Dude, I think the guy was gonna beat me up." He goes, "I think he might have been Indian." He goes, "You know this guy?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. You just described a lot of guys." He goes, yeah, he had flip-flops on and a wife beater. I was like, where did he live?
Oh,
I don't know, it was just right down the street here. And what kind of car did he have? He described your car. He said, you had a truck with a big AIM sticker in the back. I said, did you hear this song? I started singing it. Yeah, that's the guy.
Wow.
I forgot who I was with. We were fucking dying because we knew it was you. I'm like, it's gotta be Durbin, dude. Pull a bat on somebody.
So I carried a Gunstock War Club in my truck. Right?
BB gun war stock with a feather on it.
But it was a new age version. It was made out of super hard plastic.
No.
It had a 3-inch metal triangle spike on the crook, right? It was a legit Gunstock War Club, but it was new age, right? And so
That's not
I was taking my niece to school one morning. Well, this fucking guy tried to sideswipe me.
Yeah.
On the way out, and I jumped out of the car, and I was like, "What the fuck?" You know?
Yeah.
And so he goes to run me over, and so I pull the fucking thing out, and I just had my Wrangler pants on, no shirt, barefoot, and so I pulled this thing out, and I chase his car, and he drives off, and then he comes back and tries to back over me and shit, and I'm like.
You threw the windshield at him like Palo Highway? You threw the windshield? You threw the glass at him?
And so I was getting to that part, you motherfucker. And so he tried to run me over and shit, but he never got out and stuff like that. And I remember this other time I was right here on.
He got out full Billy Jack mode, no shoes, Wranglers on.
I was with my.
His foot's gonna touch your windshield as you drive by.
Yeah. I'll kick him through the window at 30 miles an hour.
Those ladies in the back seat, baby, your hat.
Your hat.
Just swipes onto his head.
Brim.
Yeah. Turn into that guy on, you remember the 007 where he throws the shoe?
Oh,
Throw your
yeah.
hat at him?
Yeah. What was his name? I remember, though. Yeah.
Knocks the dude out.
Mr. Something. I
ain't
gonna lie, we might have to put you into a comic book now with all these stories.
I was with my son. It was right after my divorce that you so eloquently made fun of earlier. And so I'm with my son, and I'm it's the same shit. El Cajon. There's 3 lanes on Second. Yeah,
it's all good.
That was like that when we got.
Yeah, it was. You can put it on the table. It's fine. It'll still work. You're going the wrong way. Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey.
That's what happens.
We just put it on the table. We're good.
Hey, that's what happens when you get microphones from Wish. You know?
There we go.
But
there we go.
so I'm at the.
There you go. Anyways,
the guy needed to get over, but I couldn't get over to allow that because there was another car next to me.
Yeah.
And so he had to slow down, right? Really pump on his brakes. And so I'm thinking, man, just please, I'm just praying to the gods that this guy doesn't fucking do anything stupid. And so he jumps out and bum rushes my car, right? And so I pull out this knife and I met him right in the middle of the fucking street, and we're in broad daylight, right? And I meet him, and he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, he backed up, and I fucking backed him all the way up to his car, and I was like, bro, I got my kid with me. You need to really understand who you're fucking with. And his homie's in the passenger, right? And so it's 2 against 1, And
did you throw the blade back and forth a couple times just to let him know you know what you're doing? Throw backwards.
You remember in Predator when Billy cut himself on the bridge? you ain't scared of no man, Billy. That ain't no man.
Durbin took his hair down real quick.
I died right after that.
Drove away. Son, get me to the ER.
And so his home. I need to go to the hospital.
This is your training day, son.
You've been training.
We don't never get beat up.
Yeah. You've been training your whole life for this. And so I meet him, and I told the guy, you know what I mean? I said, look, dude, I'm gonna fucking hurt this guy.
Yeah.
If you get out of the car, I got my kid with me, and fucking so I'm I'm out of it. You know what I mean, at that point and shit, and so fucking but it's always for me, it's what the fuck, El Cajon?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Most people go into the Nam Yoho Renge Kyu.
Yeah.
It's just the aim saying starting. Don't let this be your death song.
That's a good day to die.
yeah. Instead of like woosah, woosah. Instead, this guy's like crazy horse going off in the back of his head. It's a good day to die on the streets of El Cajon over a parking spot.
Some random lady walking down the street starts leaning out there. Is that Julie the Break? What's she doing out here?
Is that Julie?
Driving by? What are you doing, Durbin? Get out of the street.
She shows up in the ribbon skirt, you know?
20 allies. Fist in the air.
Oh, my God. But it's like, you know, this shit happened to me when I was clean, though.
He goes red. That's it. You looked at Durbin, there was nothing there, just for
I'm gonna hit
pupils.
He's like, I'll hit you with all the fury of generational trauma.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude almost caught an ass whipping for something that didn't even concern him. You know, like I was probably angry for like a few years before that, you know?
Yeah, just pissed off at your wife. But, you know, this fucking shit. Somebody cut you off. What the fuck? And that was it.
That's me too.
That was
That's me
like,
too.
You know, like you just chilling, like just start thinking about your wife or somebody you hate.
I cried afterwards.
All fetal.
And, like the feelings finally hit.
Your son's like, Dad, where do you want me to drive you? Back seat. It's okay, son. I'll pick it up here in a minute. Just give me around the corner.
Oh my God.
But that's for real though. That was kind of crazy. Like, you know, cruising here with Durbin, and he's telling me like, you know, like first time riding with Durbin, like, you know, I'm like glad he didn't ask me to like, hey, can you stop right here? I'll be right out. I'll be right back. Give me 5 minutes. You know, like, come out and he's smelling like some shit. And I'm like, oh.
We're going to go to this guy's house. I need you to stand there and look tough. You know? Just stand by the car like this. You know? Pretend you got a gun.
Well, that's what I was going to get at. Like, I was going to get in the car and be like, hey, Mylo, can we put this in your glove box?
Start pulling out shanks.
New Age war clubs.
That's some sword.
Like a never-ending bag of tricks on Santa's basket. Starts unweaponizing.
He takes off his wife beater shirt and there's like a chest plate there. And
yeah. Like Tupac. Got a freaking cross right there underneath. Kumayai. How do you say it?
Kumyai.
Kumyai.
Some old guy said, come in your eye. I said, hey. Maybe.
Sick fucker, are you into that?
Rez life.
Yeah. It's all a trap dumpster fire.
Mountain Indian.
Mountain Indian.
Mountain
Indian.
You know what? It's so funny though, because a lot of tribes will say things like, "Oh, from the valley or from the desert or mountain." But you go to like his rest, there's some real life mountain men up there. Like legit will like cut down trees and make a barn out of it, or a bench, or a fence, or
Kevin Osuna.
Hey, I'm like you will legit meet some real mountain men. You're like, wow, man, you look like you're
Nick Dodge.
Yeah. Like they split wood up there.
Isn't that the guy from the mountain? Yeah. He was the barefoot guy.
Town. Yeah, goes to town like once a year to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Mike Mesa.
Mesa.
Comes down once a year. It's like the whole world's going to shit. I'm going back up the mountain.
He had to stand in line at McDonald's.
Well, one of the old timers up there told me that when they were real young, they said that I guess it must have been like Korea era maybe or something.
Damn.
He said that one of the old guys up on the hill was like that. He'd live up there and he'd come down once a month for supplies. And he's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, the America's in a war." I go back home. Not my business. It went back up.
Forget all that. Yeah.
Like, damn, times have changed,
Yeah, that's a quarantining champ right there.
Yeah.
The last traditional Indian besides Durbin lived up there with no shoes. There's been a guy up there. He used to wear no shoes, man, like ever, like until he got old. You see him, but he always have no shoes, hardly no shirt. It'd be cold. It'd be hot. It'd be whatever. He'd be out there, no shoes, no shirt. Durbin's kind of keeping that going a little bit.
It's the only way to go.
Only way. The rest of our Indians are, shoot, man, just start walking around barefoot. It's E-I-O,
Yeah.
If I get away with it, I'd just walk around in my drawers.
Please don't.
I can't though.
But I gotta stay strapped.
Yeah.
We might need to Venmo the legal to fund. We're trying to keep things sacred. He keeps trying to go naked and they keep locking him up.
This is the last episode of Live from the Rez ever.
Barely alive from the Rez. Now it's gone.
Barely alive.
We're sending a message to our future grandkids. They're gonna watch this. Like, what do we gotta say? It's 2020. This is the year of the plague, and we're joking about everything.
Yeah. Just, like my boss.
These are your grandpas now.
Like
I'm sorry.
Like my boss says, just do whatever the fuck you want. You're gonna do it anyways.
Oh my goodness.
That's the quote of the year. Just do whatever the fuck
do what you want, I
this
guess,
year. Like you're gonna do it anyways.
You know what it turned into? It's the Wild West. It's the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
The odds be in your favor.
Yeah.
Good luck out there.
Hey, she's gonna show up too.
Yeah. That's gonna be election day.
She shows up at election day.
We're gonna need one person from Alca. John.
Though, I'll be honest, I think a lot of natives in our region down here are doing okay because they got the COVID money coming in. And then the tribes all did those, those grants for like COVID funds and COVID relief. So it's like most of the residents down here have a food bank. You go down there and get some food. And then if your wife is from another res, you go to that food bank too. And if your kids go to school, they have like the lunches there at the school. So you go there too. And then some of the people got commods still, so they go there too. And it's like, I think some people are doing all right.
Yeah.
I talked to a couple people, they're saying that they hope COVID happens next year too.
Ral was one of those guys. Yeah.
I don't have to drive my kids to school, everything's virtual learning. Wherever they're at. The kids, wherever they're at.
The next time
I ain't seen them in a couple of weeks.
They were up all night doing COVID learning, I guess. I don't know.
COVID learning.
They're on the computer doing something.
Fuck, man.
Schools are giving out free laptops and stuff.
Yeah.
It's literally been like a train wreck this whole fucking year.
And if you are out of work, it's like, so it's kind of everybody, so you don't have to feel guilty about it.
Yeah, no.
I guess I'm not essential this week.
Yeah.
I'm essential next week because I got the work schedule. I go back to work Monday. Fuck.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm running on vacation hours right now.
Good thing, though, it's cold down there, or it's cooling off down out there in Phoenix.
Well,
right?
cooling off to Phoenix is like, instead of being like 115, it's 92.
Yeah.
I could have done that. But
No.
I'm not that tough of a native, man. I'm one of them ones that are just... This is perfect for me out here.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I can't even stand it back home, like in South Dakota. Like, right now, so it's October, we got 5 more months till it warms up again to the point where it is now.
Yeah.
Like, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
And so it's like, the winter, and it's why 2020 sucks is because it's like, usually we're nomadic during the summer.
Yeah.
Me, from like my work too, was just now taking off.
Yeah.
And we reached the point where it's Groundhog's Day all year. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Over and over. So to have another 4 months to look forward to staying home and doing the same thing over and over, like, I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to prolong this trip. Keep drawing it out as we go here. So.
Well, fuck it. When you get done here, come up
hit
there.
my PayPal, and then I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit Mylo's PayPal, and we're going to go on a bender in Arizona when you come see me.
We're going off on ceremony for 3, maybe a week, 3 more days, maybe a week.
Yeah.
We're gonna
4
ceremony
days that he was in jail. I mean, on the hill.
Yeah. On the on the hill.
So yeah, it's been pretty crazy as far as everything being the same standard day in day out. I mean, each day, you know, you got your different things. I went back to work, put the comedy aside a little bit for the summer, and trying to make it like everyone else. So it's nice to get back to doing some comedy. I've been doing some virtual stuff, but you know, I agree with you. It sucks.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to offer different things for people, and some people are calling now, especially because it was end of the fiscal year. We gotta spend it, or just
well, you know, I think comedy might be a little different. Yeah. We should have two specials. Hey.
Yeah.
No, you know, comedy might be a little different too, though, or you know, talking and stuff. But I just think like with the gatherings and stuff for us out here, it's a little funky. But same time, you know, I've had the opposite too, where people have said like it's been a real pick me up to like they're sitting around like Groundhog's Day, like you're saying, and they're like, I just want something new, and they say, oh, there's a go live, you know, or there's a virtual this or that, you know, kind of lets them connect with people. It's cool. Yeah. You know, change it up. I'm not against it, but I think it's good.
Yeah, I like that. You did the
virtual gathering,
the virtual bird.
Yeah,
that was I like that too.
Tune into people's pages and stuff.
Yeah, because I just turned it on and put it on, and I was like, all right, yeah. Started singing along, and my chick was like, "Shut the fuck up."
He's all dancing in the living room.
That's Ral Christman. He's pretty good.
That dude's my brother, like La Bamba.
Yeah.
Turn that off.
You're the asshole with all the money.
So did everything just kind of like dry up with COVID, like the traveling? Because I know the first 2 months everyone's like, now it's starting to open up. People are being a little cooler about events. I know here in California, it's not very, you know, it's a liberal state, so people are being very conservative on the COVID, you know. Like, I think our governor said, when you take a bite of food and you chew it, you should put your mask back on, and then when you want to take another bite, take the mask back off. He was saying something along those lines. Everyone's just kind of like, I think you're going too far.
I'm a fat ass. I'm just taking my mask off. Yeah.
Well, when you're like with people all the time anyways, like, you know, like we've all been tested. Y'all look good. You know, and you've...
Y'all look good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You all look healthy. You all look healthy.
Is that where this podcast is going?
But no, you know, like when you live with people, you know, you're not, you know, like you're gonna give it to them at home or on the car ride there, or the car ride home. You're not gonna give it to them when you're eating your, you know, your chips and dip.
I mean, like, you know, I don't know where to like tinfoil hat time, like
yeah.
Like, so here's the deal. Okay, all right. So I was in Fort Peck a couple weeks ago. All of a sudden, they start testing in Fort Peck, and the numbers climb. Right?
Right.
I mean, not to sound like Trump and being dumb or anything, you know, but the more people you test, the more people end up positive, yeah?
Yeah.
But, you know, what's crazy is, you know, one of my brothers, he's like, you know, how come if this thing's so, I guess, spreadable, transmissible.
Yeah.
How come if it's so, you know, infectious that when they take the swab, how come I can't just breathe on it? Why do they got to stick it way up my nose?
Huh?
Why come they can't swab it at my cheek?
Why not just the tip?
Yeah. God damn. You had to take it there, huh?
Yeah. How come I just can't put it in my mouth? How come this thing's so spreadable?
Why do they gotta lube it up first?
Why is this Q-tip brown?
So you have to explain to this guy, look, nephew, these are old ways.
Yeah. Just take it like a man. So, I mean, you know, it makes sense, though. Like, you know, if this thing is so infectious, how come I just got... and then, you know,
or like
PVT or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
PVT.
Like,
Fuck.
Like how come they can't detect it? Like, if it's that transmissible.
Yeah.
Why are they sticking stuff up to my brain?
Yeah.
Like, that part, like, yeah, that does make sense. And it's like, wouldn't it be convenient if the government can just test, you know, what do they call it, chemical warfare on a small demographic of people?
Well, they did.
And it being a subsidized form of government, like government owned, like IHS. You know what I mean? So.
Let me grab my foil hat.
I don't want to say nothing. Like, you know, they asked me to go sing next week, so I don't want to get in trouble with IHS. No, I'm just kidding.
They asked me to sing.
The fall gathering's coming up.
This is sponsored by IHS, this podcast. So we can't talk about, we'll edit this out. IHS is secret.
Make sure you get your ibuprofen.
Oh, in there for a broken arm.
Go in there, get your prophylactics. They're all stable through, you know.
I'm all black and round. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. I mean,
I'm not saying it's a hoax or anything like that. Like, it's obviously real, you know? I mean, people are out there. We know people have been affected.
well, if our mighty leader can get it, Trump can get it, then anybody can get it, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I kind of happen to think that he probably would be worse off if it wasn't for the Navajo Nation over there praying for him so hard, you know?
Oh.
They're over there rooting. They got all the medicine men.
You're really going to try to get me beat up when I go back to Arizona.
They're singing those old songs, man. Trump's like, I feel better than them in 20 years.
Yeah.
We know.
Hoju.
Hoju Najoni and all that. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Trump's just like, oh, God, I feel good.
Yeah. It's like, him and Manapi are like, wow.
Didn't he take that stem cell fucking... Didn't he have a medication or something like that? Some kind of stem
he's
cell,
eating
I think
babies
I
probably.
seen.
I don't know.
Well, that's what I was gonna. That's what I was getting. That's what I was getting at. He was like sucking down baby fetuses or
I
something.
don't know. It's injected.
Illuminati.
Illuminati. Meanwhile,
They
the
got the
Navajo
cure.
sacred fly is flying over there. Gets on Pence's head. Let him know we got you covered too. You're good. You're sacred.
You're good.
You're good.
I just came from the oldest sheep.
Yeah.
Navajo reservation.
You're protected.
Landed on you.
You're protected.
Enjoy.
Sorry. All kinds of Indian spiritual warfare going on. You know what was crazy though? Was the moment he got COVID. Trump got COVID. You know, I woke up and I thought it was fake because it was just on my thing. I was like, oh man, everyone's posting it. But then I was like, you know, you have these people on your social media feeds that are always like, oh, you know, pray for you, prayer warriors, and life is sacred, like really sacred and holy.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones on there. I hope he died, a painful death.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
That was me.
Yeah.
That was Durbin. Choke you, dog.
Yeah.
Singing the aim song all aggressively. Oh man. Yeah, everybody was praying for his demise real quick, it seemed like.
Yeah. We were all of a sudden, I mean, we all were thinking it.
But I was saying it.
We were all like, God, karma.
Yeah.
Karma. Yeah, that was, I mean, I don't know.
I said back in like March or April when there was the electoral races going and Bernie, you know, was still in it. I said all those dudes should run because, I mean, they're all
Bernie.
older. I mean, there's the fact that they might, to get to November, I mean, they may not make it, you know? And,
Yeah.
I mean, when Trump got sick, I said, he may not make it. I mean, you never know. They're all older guys, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want nothing bad to happen to anybody, but, I mean, I guess if it's gotta happen to somebody, I mean, well, you know, anyways. But, yeah, it could happen to anybody, but they're older guys, you know? So it is kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Or sad, or scary, or whatever you want to,
Yeah.
whatever the words are. Karma, I think it's.
I don't know.
Maybe he should just sacrifice himself for the better of America. Didn't he tell all the old people that too? Like, oh, you're old anyways. Just sacrifice yourself. Like, he's old as fuck.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I don't
When this
know.
thing like first blew up, he was like, well, you know.
So
Hydrochloroquine. Still trying to learn
Yeah.
So,
Fish cleaner. Fish tank cleaner.
Yeah.
have you encountered, like, I think I got this thing back in March. I mean, if you guys can remember the time.
Have I felt hungover and haven't drinking? Hey,
That was that last night, wasn't
I
it?
couldn't get out of bed. I feel like the hot sweats. It's hard to breathe.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you're out of shape and you drink for about a week straight. I don't think you got it there, cousin.
Yeah, you're old.
You're old.
Vanessa tried to poison him.
Yeah. All the oleanders outside are missing, you know, leaves. Ever since I had that stew.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I've been feeling pretty strong like a bull. Hey. No, but you know, I'll be honest, I'm a germaphobe. Like, this is about as close as I ever get to people. I always stay 6 feet away from people. I'm that way. I get weird like that. People get close and I'm like, you know. And then I don't talk at people. I tend to talk away, you know. That way they don't know if I'm telling the truth or not. No, I'm just kidding.
He's
but
like,
no, I tend to
like
do
Howie
that.
Mandel.
Yeah. Like what?
Howie Mandel's like that.
Is he like that?
Yeah, he's.
I wash my hands a lot. I won't share a drink with nobody.
That's him. If you ever watch him, like on what was that? The Fear Factor, the X Factor, or that one, The Voice.
American Idol,
like one of those shows.
Yeah. How he's got talent.
Yeah,
Howie's got talent.
Yeah, he's like that.
Howie's on everything.
Yeah, he you know, and now I can just only imagine, you know, people like that.
Yeah.
How they live, like ooh.
So basically, you're Howie Mandel.
I'm Howie Mandel. Yeah, I'm
The black
sanitize
Howie
everything and the long haired.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I just don't give a fuck. I wear my mask when I need to go to the store. I wash my hands. Fucking. You know, that's about it. I've washed my hands I don't know how many fucking times.
Twice a week.
Make sure when I
I doubled the amount of times I wash my hands in a week.
You know,
all the other viruses already killed the COVID virus. I caught it twice, but the other ones killed it.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, I haven't been sick, and you know what? I haven't been sick in quite a while.
Yeah.
But I also don't get that fucking flu shot every year like people do.
Yeah.
And when I get sick, I just get sick, but it's bad. You know, like I'll get sick and I'll be down for like 3 days. I get the body chills and the aches, and I'm just like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But
the DTs.
Yeah, it feels like the DTs. Yeah, exactly. Give me another shot. But no, yeah, I mean, I wash my hands. I mean,
good, man.
You know, do all that stuff that they tell you to do. I do that more. You know, like I said, when I wear my mask, you know, it's only because I have to in order to go into the store to go shopping.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm outside, or if I'm even outside, like hiking or doing my own thing, I don't wear one. It's just me and my girl, though, and you know, and everybody else is like on the hiking trail there, over here or whatever. I mean, even at work, they tell me like if I'm working alone, it's okay, take a breather. You know what I mean? But if I'm working around people like this, then we need to wear a mask.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
sure,
saying?
Yeah.
You know, always have your gloves on. You know, basic shit. All your PPE, your safety glasses.
Yeah,
gloves,
I depend on good medicine. You know, they say all these things are good medicine. That's good medicine. That's always depend on.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but it's been keeping me strong.
Yeah.
Laughter, good medicine.
Yeah. I just post on Facebook, send prayers, and then no questions asked. I've been
every week.
This thing, like.
I'm going out to California. Send prayers. A good journey. Safe.
Send
travels.
Don't forget to hit my Venmo. Send prayers.
Send prayers.
No questions asked. Did you see that one? You know? It's like, well, then you want to know.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't praying for you if I don't know who or what or why.
Why?
Yeah, why? I'm not praying for your yeast infection,
Yeah.
you know?
What am I praying for over here?
Yeah.
Just having a really bad day?
Yeah.
Need a hug?
Yeah, right?
Should I pray if somebody comes and hugs you?
Someone's sitting out on a mountain going without food for 4 days for you, and it's just because you had a bad day, you know?
Meanwhile,
I'll pray for you.
Yeah, I'm on my way right now to drag skulls. Just so you feel better. You know?
I'm on my way right
this
now.
Is for a job interview? What?
Old way, I'm going to cut off a freaking finger for you right now.
This is because you felt anxiety?
But I can't ask questions, right?
Anxiety.
But you know, I've actually seen online where people call them out for that. Like, well, I can't pray for you if I don't know what you're. You gotta like that comment. You heart that comment.
I've seen that too.
Yeah. Just automatically just put the sage out.
Just automatically.
Oh man,
that's funny shit. Pray for me,
Just
no
right
questions
in the middle
asked.
of that. All right. Oh, I didn't see that. No questions asked. Never mind.
the L like comes in with the drum. It's like, no, we're not singing. Right now. We're not singing.
The song stops.
We're not gonna sacrifice anybody today.
No more push-ups on this song. We're done. Cut it.
All right, boys, that's it.
Oh man, I don't want to say nobody's name or nothing, but I went to a demonstration or a protest. I don't know what they're called, but I went to this thing where all the people were for a central idea. We're trying to, for the Indian people, for the people. But anyways, they asked me to go there and sing, so I went there and sang, spoken words, all that kind of stuff. And there was other singers, they sang, spoke these words, and whatever. And there was this young guy, and he had a drum, And I don't know whose drum it was, who gifted it to him to do his song at the later time or whatever. All I know is we were singing back for it, everybody was doing their thing. And this guy was there holding his drum like all day, like it was like hours, it was hot and everything. And then between songs, he kind of like said something to one of the guys who was like, I guess something along the lines of like, I haven't sang yet or I haven't done my thing yet. Like, oh yeah, okay, well, hey, we want to give this guy, we want to give this brother an opportunity to, sing his song. He has his drum here and all that. And we're like, everyone's singing bird songs. Everyone's jamming. And it was kind of like going and everything. Like, oh, okay. So we just kind of like everyone's got their mask on real respectfully. Sarah's eyes start to squint up. I don't know if they're laughing or what, but probably praying for him. Yeah. But he starts doing his beat. He starts really drumming really good, some beat on there. It's like, oh, I don't know what kind of song he's going to sing. And he's going. I don't know, Joe's like a minute in, and I'm like, wait, is he going to sing or what's he doing? He's just beating his drum. And then he just stops. He goes, thank you. We're like, okay.
Walks over to the director of everything and is like, so,
long journey. It was a long journey to come here today.
What the fuck? Boo this man!
The last beat was like, instead of a grunt, it was like, Venmo. PayPal.
It had it like on a sticker on his fucking drum.
Oh man. But everybody was just looking down. I looked, and then, he made the mistake of looking around. It's kind of like, trying to be, cool, respectful, spiritual, sacred. But I know they're all thinking the same way I'm thinking. What kind of fucking song was that? I didn't even hear it.
It was just a beat.
Wasn't even a good one.
Saw him at the casino, max betting after that.
Chain smoking.
Oh man!
Seen him at
are you guys done out there? You guys sounded good today.
Sunburn.
Let me find out it was Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm on my way to Verona next.
Making the circles. Oh man!
Going everywhere.
Yeah.
Charging everybody. Are you guys up there tomorrow? Yeah, you be there? Cool.
I'll be cool.
Oh my god.
Cool.
The same old drum.
I'll see you there.
Same beat too every time.
Fuck. That is terrible.
Oh man. 10 more years he'll actually learn a song that goes with it. I apologize, I'm just learning.
Oh my god.
This year I learned part of the beat.
That's the tour life. Yeah. Then he's all telling you, hit me up on Facebook, bro. Add me.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mylo's coming in, flying in from states away, his whole comedy routine. And they're handshaking him with some tobacco and sage. Like, thank you.
Laughter is sacred. Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Your bandana.
Yeah. We'll give you a pass to the buffet.
Yeah. Here's your bottle of water.
Here's some water.
Who's writing in?
Yeah. Oh, we don't even got a hotel at our casino, so you're gonna have to stay up the road with Durbin and Al Cajon.
Yeah.
And give him a ride everywhere he needs to go.
That's it.
We don't want to pay you because you might get robbed. We're going to pay you at the airport.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, live from the Rez with two dark natives. There's only one here.
There's only one here. The other one's off having kids.
Got the quarantine kids.
Andre, this is the old. This is the
old. Start
There's
grunting
the old
around.
sticker right
old
there.
one.
I got this
Mint
one.
condition too.
Mint condition.
I know you left that last time I tried to give it to you here.
It had bad medicine then.
You were our last guest. Durbin, season 2.
There was like a 4-month hiatus.
Welcome back.
Fuck.
Season 1, Durbin.
Yeah.
Episode 1, Durbin. Season 2, Episode 1, Durbin.
What do you say?
Oh.
Kicked out of better places than this.
No lie.
You have to get that kid here with a drum.
Yeah. Special guest appearance.
I'll talk for like 2 hours and he'll just do his drum at the end.
At the end.
Well, thank you for coming.
Take us out.
All right, that's it.
On the screen was that the Venmo. PayPal.
Yes, sensei.
Who is your spiritual advisor?
That's fucking hilarious.
Some of those things you see at those kinds of things, though, man, and it's like, they got big hearts. They're there in a good way. They're there to, help the cause, be there for the people, the allies. But some of it's comedy, man.
Yeah, I was telling Durbin this morning, like sometimes, like, I mean, as a comedian, you get hell. We call them hell gigs, and there's a lot of them in Indian country. More often than not, it's a hell gig in Indian country.
Yeah. Especially the podcast.
Like it's more often than not. Like it's actually more rare to get the casino with everything crispy sound.
Yeah.
Adult audience, adult material. Your demographic's gonna be tribal, and usually it's. I told them I think one of the worst ones I did was
it's a karaoke machine.
No, for real. It's like I bet there's some tough sound. Dude, the last one, the last casino at the Wind River I did, one of the last ones, the freaking sound would just like every once in a while you would move and the sound would go like through the speed, real loud.
Yeah.
And so you try not to move.
God damn.
But it's kind of hard when you're acting things out, doing comedy, whatever. And it's just that. And you got to learn to deal with them distractions. So, because that's the showmanship of comedy. Like, you got to, sometimes you play into it and you just make the best of the situation. And so anyways, it's rare that you get these ones. I was telling him about one this morning. And it was a suicide prevention, I want to say, / memorial.
Oh.
And like they literally made a montage of these kids who, throughout the past year, and the families are all in there.
Ooh.
The moms, the dads, the brothers, sisters, and they turn off the lights, and they got the screen up, and they show these kids' lives, and the families are bawling, just crying their eyes out. And the video ends, and almost on cue, the event organizer turns on the lights, hands me the microphone, go cheer them up. Like.
Oh, that's brutal.
Like it's just. Like one opposite end of the spectrum to the other,
Should have brought Durbin. He did good the other day at that. From sadness to happy. That's brutal, though, man.
Yeah, I mean,
what do they expect out of you?
Yeah. That's all. I mean, I've learned to kind of take control of the situation nowadays and be like, because I'll get people who have never done an event in their life.
Yeah,
they're just, they're snagging the chairman, and they got the event coordinators for the tribe job, and hey, throw on something. We want to do it. We've seen Mylo's video. We want to bring him in.
Yeah.
Know nothing about doing comedy, or most of Indian country is uneducated about comedy just in general.
Yeah.
So. I mean, and it's not a knock. It's just when you're out here, you guys know, like you could go down to La Jolla, to the comedy clubs down there, or San Diego, and see top-notch comedians in the environment, where comedies have to be at. You go there with the intention, the mindset. I'm gonna go laugh tonight. I'm gonna go have fun tonight.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going for. You're not going for the free box of Nestle water. That they're gonna give you. You're not
the one laying in front of the house.
We've seen what he did with that.
For the raffle,
the free T-shirt,
for the raffle,
the free food.
Yeah.
You're
the little rubber wristband.
You're not going for to be eligible for blah blah blah. You're not. The
free play.
You're going to enjoy yourself.
Maybe you should try giving out raffle tickets every time they laugh. Have somebody in the crowd go, "Oh, you laughed, here's a raffle ticket." Yeah, can we do a raffle at the end?
Well,
that's how they do at the conferences. Like, oh, here you participated.
Even now, that's not even like good enough. Like what's like you almost got to, you got to start giving away free 8 balls for people to come.
beforehand. These guys are really a good crowd.
Whole Rez shows up.
Yeah.
Damn, it's packed in here.
Yeah.
There's
like 10,000 people.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I mean, and that's the entertainment side, though. You know, because I work two parts of it. You know, doing comedy is the entertainment side, and because I'm sober, I get the wellness circuit too. Where hey, at this conference, we want you to perform, you know, PG-13 comedy.
Yeah.
And we also want you to present on being drug and alcohol free, whatever the focus of the conference is. It could be a number of subjects, you know. So that was my deal, and so it gets tough in them environments. So you got to learn to be really multifaceted, traveling and doing comedy. Like tonight, I know it's going to be rugged. I know it's going to be adult setting. There's most likely not going to be any children. So F words and adult situations and things like that. Yeah. You know, those are all come into play. And I feel like I'm losing my virginity for the second time tonight myself, because it's been 6 months since I've done comedy.
Wow.
And that's the longest that I've went without doing comedy since I started. So it's been a long road.
Maybe there. How about Obama? Yeah. Oh wait, hasn't been that long.
Obama.
How are them San Diego Chargers doing?
LA.
LA.
A lot of date subjects. Talking about memes from like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys remember that cat at the table? Hey, that's a funny thing, Ian. I was thinking about that the other day because my mom did this to me. She for real. She showed me her phone, and she showed me a meme, and it was old. I was like I didn't know how to tell her. Like, she thought it was like the funniest thing she'd ever seen.
Bless her heart.
Did you see this? Look at that! Isn't that crazy?
It's like I got bronchitis.
Yeah, that's like 4 years old.
Just sad.
Your meme game's weak, Mom.
Trash. Well, I don't know if you've had. I bet you've had this experience. I have, where like someone shows you a meme and you're like, "Yeah, I made that meme, dude.
Yeah.
I made that."
That's happened to me a couple of times. But what I do now, because I'm just an asshole, and I just tell them I seen it already.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, bro. I'm
like a fine wine, get it out of my face. I already seen it.
You know?
Hey, it's below my quality here.
Don't talk to me, peasant. You know, but yeah, I've had that where they're like, hey, have you seen this? And I'm like, wait, and then I'll see my little watermark, my little tag on the meme, and I'm like, fuck, I made that one.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
What they do nowadays is they crop it.
Yeah.
They crop it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just stopped putting my stuff for some of the ones I made, you know. I just stopped putting my name on it altogether because it's just going to happen anyway.
I'll steal his memes or I'll steal Archimedes memes, and then I'll just change my own wording and put it back out there.
Yeah.
So that's pretty messed up. People do that too.
Yeah.
And I'll call them on it. I'll be like,
it's all right. It's all right when I do it, but everyone else, fuck them.
I'll be like, look at this piece of shit.
It's gonna be like how singers are with like, this song was gifted to me. It was told in an old way.
Just reword.
I didn't just steal this song, you know.
Yeah.
You know who did that with the bird songs? Those Tap Palam guys.
Oh yeah, they'd be tapping their own moms. No, there's a group out in Texas. They started bird singing and stuff. Well, I don't know if you want to call it that, but they have a gourd and they're shaking in. And they say, I don't know what they're saying Tap Palam over and over.
It looks like
it's really rough, yeah. And all the bird singers I hear are like clowning them really bad because it's like,
we tag them too.
Yeah.
We'll make memes of them and then we'll tag their.
Kind of like Red's charging.
He's culturally appropriating the sacred.
I knew that was going to come up eventually.
I forgot about that.
What happened with that? Is that all like blown over? Because obviously the motherfucker doesn't want to fucking come in.
Wait, first off, is it a real thing, or is like Ted DiBiase in the background going to come in and like, what about you, macho man? I mean,
I'll put it like this. Okay, so, you know, I think I said, you know, most people are uneducated about Native comedy in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
10 years ago, I started challenging people
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The difference was I was running around LA, Hollywood, under the tutorship of Chiefs of Comedy, J.R. Redwater, Jim Rule, and killing it in comedy clubs.
Yeah.
And I threw the challenges out there. I'm not going to say to the comedians who they were, and nobody ever accepted. And there was money involved. That, like, we were for
legit,
real.
right?
We were legit.
Yeah.
This was a gentleman's game, you know. Our idea was we took the battle rap concept.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take your fans. You know, I'm gonna show everybody that I'm better than you.
Oh, I thought you were talking literal, like all four of them.
No, that's gonna happen. That just happened during the podcast.
No,
Yeah.
you can't take my wife and kids.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hey, my only fans.
It's gonna be live from.
My wife's like, damn, hey.
It's gonna be live from Sioux Falls.
Live from a little off the res.
A little, yeah. with not so black.
Live
native.
from the border town. But so I mean, we had, you know, and I can say to this, JR had back then. JR was the king. He took native comedy to heights that nobody had. He was a rock star in the Indian comedy game. Like, nobody was generating. We were so technical with doing comedy, to the point where we would sit and break down. We would do a ratio of how many laughs we would get per minute and judge that time. So if you were to get out of every minute, say you got 30 seconds of laughter, that's a high number. That's like George Lopez killing it number, right?
Yeah.
That's an average headliner in a comedy club out here. In Indian country,
That's Joey Durbin giving a eulogy.
Yeah.
Right there.
yeah. He's killing
I
it.
clocked 2 minutes of
He's
laughter.
killing it, yeah. But imagine drawing that out, though.
It's a rare demographic.
I was like,
It's a rare demographic. It's a goth, dark demographic.
laughs went right into tears again.
So many emotional ranges.
Yeah.
In 1 minute.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm crying. You know.
Interesting.
So, I mean, we broke down, you know, who JR according to this software, JR was the funniest man alive. He was the only one to generate over that amount of time span that much laughter per minute. And we were technical. We would sit here at JR's table writing jokes, and we broke it down to even like how you would say something, the language of saying something with sharp words. You believe it or not, words or sounds, and sounds make a difference how you present things to generate a laughter. So we would break down, I guess you would call it like phonetics, or is that the sound of language, sound of language, something phonetics, like that? Yeah. So we were technical. So I mean, we broke it down. That's what we did. We worked. I went to J.R. Redwater comedy boot camp, where it was like, man, I would be tired and he'd shove me out the door to go perform. And I would be this scared little Indian boy from the country of South Dakota, and all of a sudden, I'm in the comedy clubs talking shit to guys with swastikas freaking tattooed on their forehead and roasting them, and people are loving it, you know? Things I'd never thought I would do, right? And so that was the difference between doing comedy back then as opposed to what comedy. We're in the mumble rap stage of Indian comedy. That's what it is. That's what it is. Look at we got
Holy
Red
fuck.
charging. I went to Mooney's hometown, roasted him, and well, he wasn't there, but I roasted his name. I would have roasted him even harder if he was there in front of his whole family. You know? And like, what are these guys gonna do? They're Facebook comedian, which is fine, you know. But like, my deal is I do this for a living, you know. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I go out on stage. I was like, Randy was even telling me like on the way here, she's like, what if we hit up JR and they're like, you want to go to a comedy club and perform tonight? And like, I know JR would be like, don't be a puss, and he would shove me right on out there. I'm 33 years old. I was only like 20-year-old kid then, and I was learning stand-up. And I'm 33 now, I'll be honest, I'll probably bomb out here. Like, you go on stage out here, this audience out here is a different monster than Indian country.
Yeah. You're going to be like that uncle that shows up at the basketball courts talking about, hey, I used to be captain. Yeah. Give me the ball. Give me the rock.
Yeah.
Give me the rock.
Just get out of the way.
Kids.
Get out of the way.
Just get out of the way.
Rebound and
this isn't a game to me, okay?
Rebound and throw me the rock.
That's what it'll be.
I'm out here to shoot.
But you know what? I supported dude.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be. I already knew because it cost money. Like people were posting stuff like accusing me of whatever. I've seen somebody accuse me of being the biggest drunk in Mandan. I was like, I don't even live in Mandan. Sexual assault, like I'm out here really, sexually assaulting people on a daily, whatever, And people who book.
It's all Randy. It's all Randy. Sexual assault. Oh. He keeps being flirtatious, and I don't want it.
It's that one cousin. It's all gay.
Yeah.
There is always somebody that's in there.
It's always that one fucking cousin or somebody.
It's like, bro,
gay.
Piling on. Right when we don't need him.
I just delete the fucking whole post. Like, fuck you.
That was Jeremy the other night.
Post killer. Status killer.
Yeah.
But I mean, so people look at that and they, like, well, we don't want Mylo,
Oh
we
yeah.
book Mylo now, there's allegations or whatever it is,
Yeah.
So you got people pouring dirt, whatever, saying whatever
salt.
about me, and my deal is so, there's many layers to it. I called around. I called other Indian comedians and was like, what do you guys think of this? Like, how do you think I should respond? And there's only one that's like, just let it go. There's like the only one, like I know all the native comedians.
Yeah.
And there was only one that was like.
Meanwhile, he just got out of a ceremony, so it was like, just let it go, brother.
Just let it go, yeah.
2 weeks later, he's like, you didn't beat him up? Yeah, you're extra humble.
Yeah, like.
It was
everyone else was
it was
like,
Manapi.
He's all ironing his breech cloth somewhere.
Oh,
fuck. He's got like 2 women braiding him up. He's just ironing his breech cloth. Just let it go, brother. It's okay. It's okay.
Smudge going on, smell of buckskin in the air. Yeah. But I mean, that's what it became. Is for him to go like from. I mean, I was sharing his videos. I was asking him. He appeared in a couple of my videos, and then for him to all of a sudden flip the script, and I was like, hey, from my experience, because when we beefed back when I was calling people on, from my experience, it didn't go good for either party. It was a black eye. There was a reason why we say like, hey, let's do some shows together.
Yeah.
Because we want to make money together.
Sure.
It makes sense if we put like me and Tanya Hall on the bill. Like, hey, let's make some money. Like, let's get the money together.
Yeah, and people want to see it all together like that. Yeah, that's what people want.
And so
you guys and the kid with the drum. He's the closing act.
He's the
headliner. He's the headliner. Like,
turns over the drum and just put the money in there. Pass that around like at church. Pass that around the backside.
Thank you for letting me go along with you, bro. It's an honor to perform with you.
That boy good.
That boy good. That boy can show drum.
But yeah, I mean, so it was never like, because it's never us. I just was in Fort Peck and I was with Adrian Chelapa. I think that's how you pronounce your last name. Great female native writer.
Right.
I've seen her stuff 10 years ago when I was running around comedy clubs. I remember I came home one night and I was like watching a clip of her, went down the wormhole of native comedy on YouTube, and Adrian was there. And she had this joke, and I really liked how she structured her joke. I was like, wow, you could tell this girl knows how to write. So I got to visit with her and Beefy, who's my opening act, you know, and he's a damn good comedian. He freaking writes pretty damn good stuff himself. And I was with them and like, you know, talking about like native comedy, doing shows together, making money, and also like we can talk and in this sense where we all get each other.
Yeah.
Kind of like maybe like truckers, like, you know, they got their certain lingo.
Yeah.
They got their certain war stories and stuff like that they want to share or whatever. So it's nice for us to be able to get together and you know, trying to make money with each other and then, you know, hey, let's do shows together. There's a different mentality because we understand it. Right here, you know, when you get somebody like, hey, I give you the respect. I just give you the respect because you know what it's like to go out on stage in front of hundreds of people, just like I do, and fight that battle. Because it's not me versus you, it's me and you versus the audience.
Right.
We're trying to kill the audience.
Yeah.
We're trying to, you know, make sure these people have a good time tonight. And so we're generally supportive. Like, hey, I really like the way you said that joke. You know, if I was to add something on there, I would say maybe do something, you know, this, and you give them a little tip.
Criticism,
here you go.
right?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's how generally native comedy has operated.
Right.
And then you get somebody like, you know, Reg coming in and being like, well, I'm the top dog. You know, how all y'all guys never done a show. So my deal was I just went for the jugular. I was like, well, if you're really gonna, you know, proclaim all that, then, you know, let's find out. Like, I didn't start it, but.
And he hasn't commented back, or he kind of started at the beginning. It seemed like he was saying some stuff.
I mean, I've just tried to put it back into that circle.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out who runs that fucking page.
Well, it says Reg and Friends.
Yeah.
And I don't know who friends are. I got an idea. But my deal is if you were okay with putting out this statement, you know, you were okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know, you must have been really feeling yourself. Like,
yeah.
And that's, you know, to me it's just like, well, the whole page could get the smoke. I had JR.
The whole page could get the smoke.
I got friends too. I got the whole comedy scene, you know, like I don't even need any of them, but you know, that was my deal.
The smoke.
Yeah.
It's all vape smoke.
Ask your doctor if these hands are right for you.
There. Now we could be friends again.
Yeah. Hey, I know. How about we have a spelling contest?
Like, I mean, you know, dude, I'll put it like this. I 10 years ago, I would have never thought that I would be as big as what I was here. And to me, like, I was just now getting to where I wanted to be. I was working, making money, doing comedy. Nothing else. Just doing comedy every week. Doing what I wanted to do. Dude, I would go and perform for an hour to hour and a half to 2 hours on stage and get paid, you know, money where it was like, dude, it was a lot of money. Let's just put it like that. It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I'd piss around the other 99% of my life.
Yeah.
You know? And I enjoyed that. And my part was, within that, me and Beefy went to go and perform someplace. I'm not going to say where. And Beefy killed it, and I destroyed it. And I know every place that brought other comedians through. Yeah. And we were told we were the best ones. And I never got, and I don't post that, you know? I don't say that.
Of course not, you're too humble.
Like you know, that because I respect that this guy as a comedian is going to have to come through there and make money.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Right. That makes sense.
You know? It's like, so for this guy right here to come through, you know, like I can't, I mean, you know, and he helps. He'll call me, hey, I got a gig for you. You know, so generally it's kind of been, you know, like a gentleman's game. All right,
sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, we're all running the same circuit in Indian country. You know, I might be at this conference this year. Last year, you know, they had Tanya Hall, Anti-Beachers.
Yeah.
Next year they're going to have Tatanka Means. They're going to have, whoever. And so we've generally just given each other that respect. And not to brag or anything like that. I mean, that's the first time that I've said that, publicly, that, I kind of know where I was at and I was comfortable with it. I wasn't trying to be a hater. I wasn't trying to be, proclaim that I was the best native comedian. I don't even think I'm top 5. I think I'm in the discussion for making a top 5 of all time.
Right.
But
my uncle's top 5. Hey,
yeah.
Everyone's got their uncle or cousin.
My
brother Beef. You have Tom's story. He'd be top 5.
Yeah. You get him drunk.
Yeah. Give him a couple beers. Yeah, he's top 2 for sure.
Yeah,
he's already drunk.
But I know people, and exactly like that. We all know somebody who should be a comedian. I just got kind of thrown into the fire and got trained to do whatever, I'm just going off of what I was taught, I mean, dude, there were plenty of times. I placed in a Hollywood comedy contest out here. I got 3rd place one night. Should have got first. It was a bringer show. You bring your friends to vote for you.
No.
And we'll have an audience decide.
You're far away from your homeland, so you didn't have all the cousins come vote for you.
8 people out of like 200 people in the room. I got 3rd.
That's what it's like to go contest powwow in other lands. None of your cousins are judges. You're like, man, I should have got at least 4. Wind up with like 15th place.
Yeah.
What?
15th.
There's only 12 dancers. Hey, coordinator lost your number.
Yeah. No, I mean we had called. I think that's what showed up was 8, and you had to come. Dude, I remember that night. I remember I went in the freaking hot. I was standing outside, and it was crazy, the whole Hollywood experience, man. But I was standing outside. I was a lot skinnier back then, 20 years old, Now I'm 30, got a little fat on me. But dude, this freaking thing, you could see that sucker beating. And all of a sudden, like a packed comedy club, and all of a sudden they're like, next comedian, Mylo's. Oh shit, what the hell I get myself into?
Yeah.
And you just put one foot in front of the other and, swallow that down. And then I got on stage to freaking packed comedy club. Freaking packed. And I was like, looked around, and I don't even know where the shit came from. But just instantly I looked around and everybody saw I was looking around. I was like, damn. I was like, looks like a Mexican apartment in this bitch. like people just busted out laughing, but I was like fucking happy after that, I was like, ooh, like they're gonna laugh, they're not just here to judge me.
It's not like this. It's not like the suicide conference, huh?
Oh my god.
You guys are killing me here. Like, no. Don't leave me hanging. Like, God damn it.
Because, dude, I crashed and burned for months, And so, that first laugh like that in the packed comedy club, and I was just like, and I mean, it was prime time. Like, it was like, it wasn't like I had to follow. I mean, out here, you don't know who you're going to end up. I got bumped for Greg Robinson one time. We were roaming around the comedy clubs, man. Greg Robinson, dude with piano, on all the freaking movies. Like he's like, they like tap JR, we need your spot. Craig Robinson showing up tonight. I'm like, dude, there was only one native comedian that has that story. I got bumped on the Hollywood Improv because Greg Robinson was showing up that night. Nobody else could say that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's crazy stuff, man. But I mean, I'm just a young cat still within the game too, so that's just crazy though, bro. I mean, it's been a long road. I'm sure you in your respective area, if you were to say, you're making fun of the tap lam guys, like, oh my god, look at these guys, like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and you're comfortable where you're at.
Yeah.
You're the go-to guy here.
I'm the Reds charging of the bird world. No, I'm just messing.
We're gonna fuck him up after this fucking interview.
I am that sacred. I am that
I
sacred.
don't know about anywhere else.
That's sacred.
Indian country, but out here in Kumai territory, we're gonna fuck you up.
I wasn't even trying to be a hater. I was trying to support.
I'm just kidding.
Right.
But no, it's true though. People come into these different circles, and it's like a lot of times things are in place because it's mutually advantageous for everybody. It helps everybody to kind of to make a good way for the next comedian to come in or the next singer. For me, it's singing. So you don't want to go talk bad about other singers or you know, and you want to do good for the people. Honestly, it is for the people. It sounds so played out when we're like for the people, but it is for everybody. You know, you want to create a good avenue for everyone. You want all the other comedians to do well because you know you take someone out of the game. Well, that person was making jokes for the people to laugh, have a good time. You make it hard for that comedian to go out and live and do that. You're taking them out of the game. And the people who suffer is not just the comedian, but those who would potentially be laughing to that person's jokes. Yeah. You want the environment of comedians, native comedians especially. We should be taking care of our own people. We should be inviting our own comedians, taking care of our own people, and promoting native comedians. We want that to be strong. We want it to be vibrant. We want that to be, you know, just the same as our singers. We want to take care of our singers.
This is why
you know what I'm saying?
Book this guy.
Hey.
We need somebody in SoCal to talk beautiful.
Yeah. The creator gave us this gift.
Like once a year, though.
Just right now. Outside, there's an eagle flying around screaming.
There's an eagle outside right now.
I have that kid outside about to come in with his drum. I'm like, not yet. But it is though. You want to have that respect, you know, and it's the same. Like our singers, especially, we got older guys and stuff. It's like you gotta give them that respect, you know. They've been there a long time, things like that. And then that's why I think it was such an insult to have these dudes in Texas like we're the top palam, you know.
Yeah, we're the top palam. What is that? What does that mean? Is that even a traditional?
I don't know, dude. We were about to go over there like death row and mob in on them. Like we're Suge Knight out, take Gator out there or something.
You don't want your producer in all your videos.
Yeah. I was gonna go out looking like Tupac or like P Diddy or something. But I was gonna go out there and hold them up on the ankles like that, like they did Vanilla Ice.
Oh shit! It's a bird showdown.
Yeah. You see me pop out of the bush.
We look like a bunch of gang members coming in with our different color ribbon shirts and everything.
I'm never just my vest.
Super hot fire here tonight.
Super hot.
But it is an insult to all those singers from here to Mojave to all around. You know, the Queers, everybody that has like it's in their family for generations. They spent their life doing it. That's all they do in their life. You know, they're all And then for a group just to pop up and be like, oh yeah, we're bird singers and this is our heritage, and it's like. They just made it up, you know, and they're out there putting it forward. It's just a slap in the face of like all of that. Not the individuals, but the culture of it too, you know, like the people that are gone now and the tradition of the song itself, you know, because people out there don't know the difference. And it sounds like what's going on with comedy too. Yeah. People get on their phone and are like, that's funny, and it is funny, you know. They see a Facebook comedian or they see a person who makes memes. They're all different things, you know, but that lane of stand-up comedian should be respected. You're right.
I mean,
I think so.
You know, I just put it like I said, it has many layers to it, and you know, like I never thought that I would be in this space where, dude, I when I called around, man, and like the comedians that I talked to, every one of them said, you know, talked about, and as I've talk to them throughout, you know, just calling around, visit them, text them, whatever. Dude, people that I looked up to were like, can I open for you? Yeah. You know, which is, to me, is crazy because I never thought I would be in that type of position on the spot. I was like, I was just an opener for J.R. Redwater. That was it. I was J.R. Redwater's opener, his little nephew. And I never thought I would be in this spot. You know, but we did comedy in clubs, and then all of a sudden, people started judging comedians, and especially in Indian country, based off their views. I remember one of my friends at the time, told me I need to get my Facebook or my YouTube views up, because I seen another guy who did videos get celebrated, but never did comedy, like in comedy clubs and stuff. Here I was bombing, you know, sucking in comedy clubs and stuff. Nobody cared about that. And then all of a sudden he got good, and then I was honestly I just turned on my phone. I was like, man, I'm gonna do videos then. You know, that's what Indian country is looking for.
Yeah.
I'll do videos.
T-Dog.
Then I ended up, with like 15 million views.
Yeah. Comedy Hub from the Rez.
And the only reason why I'm not bigger is because I'm lazy. Dude, I got a whole list. I can go down and I rate my videos and I'm like, dude, this one right here is a filler one, like 50,000 views. Like I call it, dude. I'm like, this one's only gonna get like 50,000 views. This one's gonna get 1 million in the first week. Like, you know, like I got videos on my phone that I'm like, dude, I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to edit. It takes like 3 hours, sometimes more. Because it's like, I get tired of hearing my own voice, my own punchline every time it hits the internet, you know. And I don't like to see anybody's reaction. I don't get to watch, you know. I don't get to watch you watch it and like see you crack up at something. I'm usually by myself. It's me and Randy, and we're sick of it by the time it's done. Turn that shit off.
Isn't that funny?
Same punchline over and over. Funny. So like that's some background to the actual process.
That's how like Van is. My wife, she's like that. People come up and be like, oh, your husband said good words, or I like to hear him saying, or whatever, like positive.
Yeah, he's so great.
She's so annoyed by it. He's
an ass. Cursing him up. Freaking guy don't even pick up his socks, and he leaves them in the living room.
Somebody told my wife
that great of a man.
She was like, "Oh, Ral's so funny," or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, it was like a compliment." I'm like, "Oh," she's like,
"He's all feeling good." He's like,
yeah. I never laugh at his. She was like, "I never laugh at his jokes." I'm like, all humbled, like, but it's true. She's laughed at like 3 of my jokes in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
One time I made her laugh. I'm like, "Are you really laughing?"
Yeah. Can I take a picture?
Try the same joke the next day.
Yeah. Did the same thing, took a picture and put it into a meme.
That one time.
That one time you laughed?
Yeah, it's a lot of work though. I mean, you're right though. It's like that should be respected, and that way it can continue.
I mean, it's just it's. I could look around, dude. Somebody put out a list the other day. I was tagged in a thing. The top 25 native comedians that you should follow right now. And out of 5 of them, including myself, I was like, these guys are legitimate.
Yeah.
And out of the 5, I was like, 3 are on stage killers.
Yeah.
Including myself. So that means there's other 2. I was like, these guys, and that's the thing. You would look around the room and be like, that one over there is a real killer. You don't go and try to mess with them. Like they tear shit up. And we know that. And that's the general consensus in Indian comedy. Like I would show up, and all of a sudden, just by looking around, they would be like, "Well, you're headlining, Mylo." I was like, "Sure, I'll go first." They're like, "But that's just me being nice, It was not me like, "Hey, I need to headline tonight." Like,
right.
Like I'm the big dog. I'm the star. Like, I'm cool with going first.
You don't walk in with your buffalo, robe with the pipe hanging out and jokes hanging off the arm.
Let's do it. Like that's what I should be doing, but that other part is just trying to be cool.
Cloth.
Some
fucking shit right now.
I like people have different styles. That's what it is, and I don't think that's my style. Like, hey, that's cool. I'm a little more reserved, and I think it's a little because of what I had to go through with the bombing in the comedy club.
Yeah,
I think I'm a little more reserved because I know that shit could still happen.
Yeah.
Because people get a misconcept, like, I walk around powwows and stuff, and I'd be quiet. I do chill. I don't need to be the star to, the whole place. And
I feel attacked right now with that one, but
yeah. Mr. Saquon MC.
But when you're a headliner,
did you see the crown I beaded?
When you're the big dog.
Random.
When you can go and just say, "Hey, can somebody bring me a lemonade?"
Yeah.
And people bring it, and then you throw it on the ground because it ain't sweet enough.
Get this out of here. Get this out of my face.
Peasant.
This ain't organic.
Oh.
I'm not that stage yet.
I said Splenda, not sugar.
I'm not at that stage yet.
I'm not at that stage yet. I'm just a young Padawan.
That's funny. They bring it.
But I mean, there's misconceptions. I just think one of the things that, dude, I've been on your podcast twice now.
Yeah.
I've never been on any other one. I've been asked to. Yeah. I've been asked to do Zooms. I've been asked to.
Yeah.
I actually point them in different directions sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually because the money's not good. The Mohawks came right though one time, and I was like, you know what? Since you guys were generous and nice and made a nice offer, I'll do it for y'all for free.
Yeah.
You know. So I got just a different style about it. Like, hey,
you're going on after the kid with the drum.
Try following that killer.
Who's all on the docket? Who's all on the ticket?
The kid with the drum. Fuck.
God damn it. I think I need to cancel. Call Tanya Hall.
Auntie Beatrice shows up with her own drum. I'm taking it from him.
Coffee with Beatrice and Uncle. Auntie and Uncle. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
There should be a guy though on the circuit that just goes out there and drums.
Dude, I'll be that guy. I'll be your Doug.
We're like, all right, good night, everybody. That's your show.
Yeah.
That's a traveling song. Go home now. You'll be well.
That's a traveling song.
That's a traveling song for mercies. Get back to your home fires.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So have you been able to travel around a lot, or has everything just been kind of cut off, huh?
Because of the quarantine and stuff, and everything's been kind of shut down.
Yeah, it's a brutal year for entertainment. Yeah. Brutal year.
I you know what? I think I'm gonna start taking bookings again.
Yeah.
Live shows like, it's just a weird deal. I'm gonna keep things private though. I'm gonna be like, hey, hit me up if you want to do a show and party hard and have fun. And we ain't got a kiss and tell.
And it's not just fans that are fans only.
Yeah. Fuck, fans only.
You go to his fans only, he's like telling jokes.
Dude,
it's him in a relapse.
I might need to start doing that if this vaccine don't come out soon. If Uncle Trump don't pull through with this vaccine, you're gonna see that fans only. Oh man, yeah.
Everybody's making fans only. Everybody.
Dude, I seen one where it was like Cardi B made like $8 million a month off of her last fans only.
That's terrible.
I subscribed.
It goes against my sacred ways. I refuse
see
to.
how the other half.
If you guys want my login information, just let me know. It's like a Netflix account. We could share it.
I missed it. They're clapping already. Oh wait, that's not a hand clap.
Yeah. Fuck. What's making that noise?
Is she performing?
Is that a WAP song going on?
Looking at your phone like.
All upside down.
Oh, he's gonna edit this part out. We're just kidding, Vanessa and Randy and Crystal.
And the other women that we.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. He let us down this patriarchy and this toxic masculinity in here.
Yeah.
God, I can feel the sweat coming off of him.
We're gonna pray it off later, though. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We're on it. Well, gentlemen, it's been a minute, and our recording technology is all rezzed out. So if we don't cut off at some point,
all right,
we'll wind up without nothing. So.
3 minutes.
I want to thank you guys for coming in and being here, and I want to wish you guys well in your respective areas that you guys are out. You know, everybody out there know that you can access these dudes via online, social media, www.mylocomedy.com. Is that right?
Mylo Smith or Mylo Comedy.
Mylo Smith. And then Mr. Durbin here on his many 4 or 5 Facebook accounts, Instagram.
I'm always getting banned. I'm just always getting banned.
What was that last one you had? It was some random name.
J. Alexander with my emo look.
Oh man, it took me about 2 minutes to meme that. I was like,
I'm back, bitches, like smallpox.
Oh my god, dude. That was good times.
I've only got like 2 cases on Facebook, man. Like, and I think the last one like got dismissed. I was like, Randy, I'm banned for a week. She's like, that's it?
I think if I catch another 30-day ban, there's a possibility they might just cancel out my Facebook account. So I'm just trying to share Rez humor.
What gets you banned the most? Nudity?
I'm not trying to disappoint everybody. Fuck. Disappointing one woman is fucking enough for me. Shit.
At a time.
Yeah. But what gets me is like they'll find some kind of wording in the meme I share, or it'll be like the picture of the meme, or like this last time I straight up told somebody I was going to pistol whip them. And the person that I told called the CPS on my friend.
For real?
Yeah, for real. And I said, fuck that bitch. She's like, I'm going to go over there and pistol whip her ass. And man, like immediately.
Oh, okay.
But that's the type of friend I am. So
Getting a little too real in here. For
Yeah.
me.
Oh. He's bringing the El Cajon up here to the Rez.
really real.
They're really real, extra real.
So
Extra live.
But other than those actual like violence talk shit, most of the time it's like a meme that I share. It'll have some kind of fucking wording in it, or the picture will look like something different than it actually is. And it's already Facebook algorithm has already flagged it.
Yeah.
So as soon as I post it, fucking it gets flagged. There's no way to fucking fight it, and they just fucking ban you. And there's no way to fight a ban.
That's Dapple. That's
Yeah,
Dapple.
definitely
on your ass. Huh?
Yeah, that's definitely Dapple. 4 or 5 years later. That's exactly it.
So if you can Venmo to help him get out of Facebook jail too.
Yeah, so hit my Venmo, Dapple's still alive and well, you know. Cobra Commander. Cobra Kai. Dapple.com.
The real stone man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Live from the Rez. Holla.